thunderstorms, trembling hearts, gladiators, torn apart again. You won't find mercy, I'm afraid. Thunderstorms are ending worlds again. Live or let die, there's no escape. The scars of war are blasting swords again. They saw me as a joke, the lowest of lows. They prodded and laughed at all my woes, shattered my very soul with blow after blow. Just another act in their freak show. Lights, camps, crowds, fans, I can't afford to choke up now. Competition, no problem, choke 'em out. I'll show them what this ring is all about. When I smash, they face so hard, shake the ground. Thunderstorms, ending worlds, gods of war, clashing swords again. Thunderstorms, trembling hearts, gladiators, torn apart again. You won't find mercy, I'm afraid. Thunderstorms are ending worlds again. Live or let die, there's no escape. The scars of war are blasting swords again. You can hate, you can pray on my downfall, come melee. But when the rain floods the place, you will find there is no escape. Thunderstorms, ending worlds, gods of war, clashing swords again. Thunderstorms, trembling hearts, gladiators, torn apart again. You will not find mercy here, I'm afraid. Thunderstorms are ending worlds again. Live or let die, there is no escape. Gods of war, clashing swords again. Invaluable pawn, so let the merge begin. Now that the spiders are gone, with the core in my hands, reality shall collapse, and my eternal reign will stretch beyond divine grasp. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me now. Provide the stage, so fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me now. down to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now.
Temp, I think you just finished first.
No, like, my timer is done.
I think your time, your internal timer is just a little bit faster. All right.
See, chat. I'm just on speed all the time. Not really.
I don't think you know the joke I'm making right now. Anyway.
I probably do.
I'll be right back.
An octopus and an elf creature. Yeah, there is an elf.
There is. Well, since I have a moment, before we continue, let me give you guys your intros.
Not a brave enough boy for this! And now I'm about to blow my fucking brains out! Would you buy that? None of y'all wouldn't buy that! You're not fucking stupid!
What crime must I commit today in your name, master?
Perfect. And then I'll do Avis.
Listen carefully. I am an officer of the court investigating a felony.
I need to do more for Ava's, but that's perfect. Welcome to Dogwave chat.
Right. You're right. I should. We're gonna do that. Hold on. Chat's right. I need that.
Overclocked his mental CPU? Yes, something like that.
There we go.
What did you do?
Look at my stream, and you will see exactly what I did.
I don't ever pull up your streams. What the heck?
I know. Pull up my stream, and you will see what I did. It is glorious.
I don't see what you did.
Oh, you... Look above the computer on the left side.
Oh, did you put Ava on the shelf? You put the elf on the shelf?
I put the elf on the shelf.
I hate it. I hate it. Unsubscribing. Unsubscribe. Unironically unsubscribing. I hate it.
The elf do be on the shelf.
If you need help with Ava's, I got you. I'm still working on Ava's. I just need a couple more Better Call Saul clips to add on top of it, because I feel like that's what I want to do. Anyway. Anyway.
It's Dogwave. Dogwave.
You make that sound way more exciting.
To be fair, Dogwave is probably one of my favorite times to stream the entire week.
Uh-huh.
So.
That's fair. It is a good stream. Made for good boys. Made for good boys.
Yes.
Although you're not gonna be a good boy much longer.
No.
You're gonna be A good girl. That
See,
sounds-
ironically, that doesn't sound like accurate, but it is technically accurate.
it sounds so weird.
It does.
It also sounds like trans ideology shit.
It does.
Anyway, welcome to Dogwave chat.
Well,
The
that's
weekly.
the thing, though, is I don't care because the idea is like, I'm a guy. The
Yeah.
character's female,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with everything I deal with when everybody's like. I had somebody in my comments today. It wasn't today. It was yesterday.
I am so sorry. I'm being called to the land of adulting and I have to run it to town.
Oh, fun.
So sadly, I will talk to you guys later.
All right, if you can come back,
Right already.
come back.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you guys then.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, well, since she's gone, maybe I can do my tism right now.
Yeah,
We'll see.
You're welcome to.
Anyway, here, you
First
talk for a
dog,
minute.
Then we wave. It's Dogwave.
No, it's called Dogwave because there's the dog and then there's the water.
See, that's the funny thing is I've kind of started adopting the idea, like when I do my announcement bit for stream,
Uh-huh.
I've actually just kind of adopted saying like it's time to ride that wave because it's Dogwave.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goodbye, Ava.
It's dumb. It's
Yes.
silly.
Yes, Chad, unfortunately, Ava had to run away to go do adulting. And we
Ava found out about being an elf on the shelf and decided to no longer be the elf on the shelf.
as possible, she probably got embarrassed by it. And I don't blame her. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to be the elf on the shelf either. So, Ava is
Don't
leaking
worry.
blood. No.
You're just the Australian octopus.
Yes. No. Did you put me upside down again? I don't know if this is like an own because I'm not even on your stream. I can't even see your stream, so. Congratulations on getting the Rising Star Law Office of Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
One of them Bobby Knickers that Akko talks about. Exactly.
You know,
Congrats to
I'm gonna be
both.
honest.
Temp is Lucky's first DEI hire.
I'm gonna be honest. That sounded like you just said the N-word. Gonna be real.
What?
Just a little bit.
What did I say?
You it sounded like you said the N-word. I don't care, but it sounded kind of funny.
Okay.
Anyway. This week is kind of crazy. I tried to be a little creative with the name of the stream, although I may change it depending. Because for some reason, well, actually, not some reason. I kind of have a rough idea, and I kind of was gonna talk with Ava about it, see what she thought. But for some reason, whenever you talk about Roblox, they get a little upset. They're getting angry, I guess. And
Yes.
so they're suppressing people that talk about it. So, go ahead.
Because we're not sure if Ava's going to come back, we will hold off on some topics that we invited Ava for, Roblox being one of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Until we know anyway, if she's going to come back or not.
I mean, we'll just continue going on. I mean, like we'll pretend that she is coming back, and if she doesn't, you know,
Exactly.
not
So,
the end of the
it'll be
world.
fun. It's quite alright too, because we have a bunch of topics for tonight.
Indeed, we do. Flip term
So-
saying the N-word, yes.
Yeah, chat, clip it. I want to know, like, 'cause I didn't hear myself say it.
He wants
But
to
you
know
all
if
heard it.
he said a
I want
slur.
to know.
Chat, you need to catch him in a slur. My brother got me a Game Boy Advanced SP. Well, that's a pretty old, but also pretty hot item. Boy, hello.
Oh, so I wanted to talk about, because I mentioned prior to stream that my heart was hurting. And I was like, why? And I told you I was feeling better.
Chat,
I want to go into why.
Temp doesn't take care of his body very well.
I don't, but I want to add some context to this. A few days ago, I made the dough for lemon ricotta cookies.
Okay, so it is unhealthy eating. Understood.
Unhealthy eating. The recipe I was reading specifically stated, make them one day, the next day, make them, like bake them in the oven. Okay, fine. I didn't do that for several days. It was like 5 days after I made the mixture.
Uh-huh.
And ricotta cheese goes bad. Fast.
How is your heart, like, mixed into this? Because your heart should, like...
Let me get there.
Okay.
Let me get there. The cookies, I pulled the cookies out of the oven. And they were spongy. And not in a good way.
Please don't tell me you ate them.
I had one of them.
Oh my god.
My stomach immediately started hurting.
That's kind of what happens when you eat moldy cheese.
Because I tried someplace new today for lunch, I wasn't sure if it was the sandwich or if it was the cookie. So I had another one.
Yeah.
So my stomach was hurting.
You don't
And
say.
my heart was hurting. My heart typically doesn't hurt. So this was kind of like weird. So
Typically, it doesn't hurt. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I kind of maybe poisoned myself with moldy cheese.
Yeah, but poisoning yourself doesn't affect your heart. It affects your stomach. You know why you have heart problems.
Yeah, I know.
Spoiler chat. It's because he's not. Like, he needs
I'm
to
not
work
in
out.
shape. I need to work out better.
You need to
Yeah.
work out, my man.
Ironically, my eating habits are not bad.
I feel like that is cope, my man. Sorry.
The dog almost died from eating cheese.
Yes, he did.
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he did. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him die, too.
The dog ate the onion, but he first deep fried it. Okay, but hear me out. Deep fried onions are really good.
Isn't that just onion rings?
Has he been consuming a lot of caffeine? I drink usually 1 coffee a day.
It's way too much caffeine for me.
I very, very rarely ever drink 2 in a day.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's way too much caffeine for me, but that's just me.
The cans, because they're the Costco ones, are like 2.5 milligrams of caffeine per can.
Yeah. Maybe I'm weird, but I just never felt right about coffee in a can. It just sounds like foreign to me.
No, I get it, but
Granted,
it's
I
simple.
don't like coffee to begin with.
You don't like
but
coffee. You're a weird person.
I am
because you don't like
not.
the smell of it.
No, the smell of coffee bothers me too. I'm sorry.
I love the smell of coffee.
You know,
Rocco's a weakling. Oh wait, he's ex-Mormon. Yeah, that explains.
it
a
doesn't
lot.
matter. It doesn't matter that I'm ex-Mormon. I just don't like coffee. Listen, my mom is ex-Mormon. Guess what? She was into coffee before. She gave it up when she was Mormon. And guess what she's drinking to this day? She's drinking coffee again. I was so surprised when I visited her last year. And I saw that she was like brewing coffee. I was like, I thought you gave that up. No.
As long as you keep your caffeine levels under 400 milligrams, you're fine.
A day?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
And that's why it's like, it's fine. I'll be totally honest. I'm very bad at working out.
I know.
I really, like, I have the tools to work out at home. But I will be totally honest. I wish I had a gym membership.
Chat, you need to buy Temp a gym membership so that he has no excuse to not go to the gym.
That's the thing. That's the thing. If I had a gym membership, because part of the problem is like I have a treadmill, so I can use it at the computer.
Ah, okay. So yeah, no, yeah, chat.
But I don't use it at the computer because if I'm at the computer, I'm usually sitting on my ass.
Uh-huh.
Which is why I actually asked in my Discord and on Twitter what people find to be good controller games for, like, if they like take a Steam Deck to the gym or something like that and just play while walking on a treadmill or something like that. Because I've been seeing more and more videos about this one guy who takes his Steam Deck and only games on his Steam Deck.
Yeah.
And he takes it to the gym. And he doesn't use it unless he's on the treadmill.
Right.
And I was thinking about that. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. And I thought about how I use my computer when I'm on the treadmill, and my screens are always shaking around because I'm trying to use my mouse and keyboard while walking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
I don't know why that's
Well,
funny. It
because,
just
like-
is.
So I was thinking about it, I'm like, a controller game would make a lot of sense. Because then you're not touching your desk, you're using the controller.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know, that's something I want to explore. Temp needs strap-on weights he can put on his wrist so he can exhaust himself while on the keyboard. I have strap-on weights for my ankles.
Just need to wear them.
That's the problem, is like I have a lot of stuff that would help me with my weight, and I don't use any of it.
Again, it is laziness.
It's laziness. It's all laziness.
It is legitimately laziness.
Yes.
But
Who is Jim and why does he need a membership?
outside of that, how has your week been?
It's been good.
That's good.
I set the knock for you, by the way, so they can do share chat.
I'll think about it.
If Temp needs more exercising, it's your fault, Akko. Your dog needs more walkies.
I could just ban him from the internet, you know, chat. Maybe that would work.
You really can't, though.
I'll come and chop the internet down for you.
Chop it down. All I'm imagining is you in a lumberjack outfit.
Oh
Just
no, it
taking
wouldn't.
an axe and just.
It wouldn't be me. It would be Robert Chandler.
Oh no!
I'm coming. I'm cutting it down. I'm cutting it down, Chris. Get out of the
Temp is a
way.
boss, so he has an excuse. What I need to do is, so many years ago, I would go with some local friends. I'm at this point, I'm glad they're not really friends anymore because I had a bad. I'm very bad about getting friends. I will fully admit. And I would go on walks with them.
Oh, I remember
day.
this. Yeah.
And when COVID started, because at that point, I honestly, I was at a point of like, if you're around the same group of people, you know what you're getting into. Who the fuck cares? Like,
They cared.
They cared. So that's when we stopped doing our daily walks.
Mm-hmm. The
And
mouth moves?
That's
Yes.
when I stopped.
Cut down the 5G towers. Oh, goodness, chat.
So I would like to start like walking, like not as on a treadmill, but like actually walking. But it's been so fucking hot lately that if
Right.
I want to do it, I need to go at like 5 or 6 a.m.
Do it, man.
But I'm not awake at that hour. COVID wasn't major. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Sorry, but it wasn't.
Are we allowed to say that now? Is that gonna get us demonetized?
Maybe you, not me.
Oh, goodness. Well,
But yeah.
fair enough.
But no, otherwise, week was good.
That's good.
Chat, I want to ask, how are you all liking the abiotic streams?
While they answer
For those of you
that,
who don't know, I've been playing Abiotic Factor on Sundays with Magma. So, ironically, I'm now playing 2 survival games on stream with friends.
was that today? Or not
No.
today? Today's
That was
Sunday, though.
yesterday.
You said
I
Sunday.
will stream on. Oh, I meant Saturday,
All right. Wow.
but that was yesterday.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, well, my week was good.
Good.
You know what I've been doing the last couple of days.
Yeah, I know.
You sound extremely disheveled about it, though. Are you not happy with me expanding my brain?
I am happy. My DMs are exploding.
Well, what do you mean?
It's not a bad thing.
Well, I feel like you'll need to elaborate.
Occo keeps asking me for advice on computer parts.
Yeah. So, chat, if you're interested, I mean, I kind of talked about it yesterday. I'm going to show you some progress, chat. We're going to show you some transition progress. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds incredible.
We love double dog science.
Sounds incredibly gay.
Double science dog.
Double science dog, yes. Here. So, chat. For a long time, I have wanted to start basically a deep storage project because I figured that that reminds me, I need to make sure I download that the UTT stream after we're done here, just in case. Give me one moment. But I have been interested in deeper storage because I want to download all my shit in case for some reason I don't have it anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I have been investing into research to find the best, like, deep storage kind of stuff. Can we put the dog into the lake? Yes, you can. And so in order to do that, I have to invest in this thing called a NAS. Now, a NAS is not the wrapper. It's actually the name of, like, that's actually like an acronym for, what was it called? Network attached storage. Oh yeah, network attached storage. So basically what I'm doing is I am taking hard drives that cannot fit into the computer forever. I do have them temporarily in my stream computer, but what I am doing is I am taking hard disk drives, you know, the big chunky fat things that you put inside the computer for memory, and I'm going to put them in a drive bay, and that drive bay is also going to be accompanied by a computer that runs a certain operating system, and that will allow me to over a long period of time back up my files to it. And the reason why is purely, again, so I can hold on to them long term. And originally I was thinking about just buying a NAS, like a pre-built NAS system. They go for like $400 or $500 if you want to do like a 5-bay kind of deal. And I was like, I don't really want to do that because I want to have expandable storage, basically, because like it's gonna take a couple $100 to get it started, probably close to the same amount of money to get it started, but it's not expandable. I would have to buy another one if I wanted another 5 drives, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to do that. Instead, what I want to do is I want to build something that I can expand later down the line. A server for the corn? No, chat. No. Storing videos? Yes. Does NAS run on Raspberry Pi? I thought about running it on a Raspberry Pi, but no, I am not running it on a Raspberry Pi. I'm actually running it on a regular motherboard here. Here, I'll show some pictures, chat. I'll kind of do this for you. There you go. I got one of those, a 4-bay. Nice. Thank you for the 2. But chat, this is what I am working on right now. And I use the advanced GG, 1, so I can tell you guys to get advanced GG using my code, and 2, to kind of show you the scale of how big this thing is right now. And so right now my job is I this little thing up here, this is the computer right here. This is on a mini ITX cable motherboard. I have one 500 gigabyte SSD that is going to be used as the boot drive And then eventually, right below it, I'm not quite sure how long it will take, but like right below it, and my plan is to start setting up drive bays with more drives in them. Basically. I think first, I'm going to go for hard disk drives. So I'm going to go for like 5 hard disk drives, and they're all going to be 4 or 8 terabytes. I haven't decided yet. And the goal right now is to decide whether or not I want to 3D print the bay or buy one off of eBay, because there are just disk drive bays, not like the NAS system, but the bay that just has the ability to hot swap them for like 80 or 90 bucks. And I found those options on eBay, and I'm debating if I want to get one of those and then just get a 3D printed like cutout for that. Is it just that fisheye? Still looks crooked in the pic. Yes, it is fisheye, chat. It is. I promise you, it is not actually crooked. But yeah, the next goal is to get some to get the disk drive bay, and then eventually get some terabytes. I do have a 2 terabyte that I'm using for deep storage right now. I might just move that into this once I get it. I also have a disk drive that you guys gave me for movies and shit. I think that's going to go in there as well. And the goal is basically that I'm going to stick them in here, and I'm going to expand it as I go. And I'm going to eventually just store all my shit on it, basically. Which I have a lot of, by the way. I have a lot. Bay is hot, yes. Or we're not talking about HoloLive? No, we're not. But yeah, this is the rack so far. It is a 10 by 8 by however many U's high it is. I don't remember how tall it specifically is. Drink beers, illustrate now. Now, how long will it take for Akko to figure out? The hardest part for me, honestly, is going to be getting the operating system and then plugging it into this thing. Granted, it is going to be easy to just plug and play because I do have a USB stick. I'm going to plug it into one of these USB cords here. By the way, it does have an I/O shield. I am not quite sure how I want to mount the I/O shield, because the I/O shield is supposed to go on the case, and this ain't the case. This isn't a case. This isn't a case. Yeah. So I'm debating how I want to put the I/O shield on here, because I don't think you can glue it to these modules here. I don't think you're really supposed to do that. How long before Temp does it for me? Well, Temp doesn't live with me, so that can't happen.
Yeah, I trust me, it'd probably be getting to a point where I'd be doing it if
No. I want to do it on my own. I want to learn on my own. Is it just sitting on a rack shelf? Yes. Well, screwed into a rack shelf. It is screwed in there, chat. This thing ain't moving. Here, let me show you. Here we go. So this is the motherboard itself, and this is the motherboard without the fan. This fan is beefy as fuck, by the way. It is pretty big. I actually had to put in the RAM in order to put this fan on, because it actually covers. It actually covers. Here, let me see if I can find a better picture of this. But it actually covers the RAM. I don't think I took a picture where it just shows. Oh, I did. I did. All right. So here's the RAM right here. I had to put the RAM in before I put in the fan, because the fan goes right on top of it. Did I get an LSI card for the drives? No. So my plan is, here are the 4 SATA ports. All right. This thing does come with 2 PCIe slots. I am going to reserve one for a low-tech graphics card. I'm thinking like a 10 series card. But then after that, there is a second one in here. Let me show you, chat. This is the motherboard before I did anything to it. It does come with another card slot. So my plan is I'm going to use this extra card slot right here to make an expansion, a 4 expansion. But I'm not going to buy that until I need it, because I do have 4 slots here. One of them is being used for the boot drive, which this thing allows me to screw underneath here, which is kind of useful in my personal opinion. And I am going to use up the other one, the other 3 first. That's a PCIe 1 lane. Yes, it is. There's a 16 and a 1, and my plan is to get an expansion card that will fit in this PCIe 1 lane here. And so, but for now, I'm just going to use the other 3 I have. I don't think I'm going to run out of that for a while. And really, this is all I got set up. I was going to plug in the power supply unit, because I do have a power supply unit, but it came damaged.
My apologies, chat. I'm back.
It came damaged. Welcome back. Do I have integrated graphics? Yes. The graphics, or no, the CPU is an Intel. It's an Intel
10700K.
I was gonna call it a 10700, but yeah, that works too. Yeah, it's a 10700K. So it's got the CPU was made for video games. Okay. It was made for video games. It's still like I looked at if you wanted a brand new one, it's like $350. And so if I really wanted to, I probably could have sold that and bought a lower tech one, but I wanted something with integrated graphics to just make it easier to run on this. So I can start out without a graphics card, but if I want to run a media library, then I'm going to need to get a graphics card. And I am thinking about a 1070 or a 10 series card, because the 10 series cards are not expensive. You can buy them for less than $100. What is the plan for cooling it? This is the cooling for the motherboard. This thing right here is the beefy fan for the cooling of the motherboard. This should be plenty to cool the motherboard and the CPU, because again, here's the thing about the CPU. It is going to run hot, but it's not going to be doing a whole lot, if that makes sense. You know? TrueNAS runs fine without a GPU. That's fair, but if I want to run a media library, I am like reading that you probably should get something for that. So yes.
You could try HexOS.
HexOS.
That is a newer one I've been seeing thrown around. And again, you're gonna hate this because I fucking watch him through LTT.
We'll see. Only if you'll be transcoding.
It's at least like an option.
We'll see. The power move is to use an old workstation GPU, potentially. I don't have an old workstation GPU. I could get one, but right now I don't. Yeah. Jellyfin media player runs fine on streaming. Well, the thing is like I am going to use this for a media player, but I'm not going to use this as like well, not really use it as a media player. I'm thinking about it. If I need to install like a Plex server or a Jellyfin server, which I'm hearing more and more about, maybe. But again, we'll see. Transcoded, I see what you did there. It was not intentional. If you're only using this as a server, you need a simple Z. Yeah, I have been doing some research. Everybody is allowed to tell me what their thoughts. So I am going to work on cutting up all of the streams that I talk about this and putting them into kind of like a mini series where I talk about my journey of doing this. My goal is eventually to fill out this entire shelf here. And the PSU is going to go at the bottom. No idea how I'm going to I'm going to mount it. Since there are holes in here, I think I might just use zip ties to zip tie it down until I get like an actual mounting thing for it. There is a lot of 3D printing. And there's a lot of dudes in the 3D printing community that have worked on shit for this, and I know one of them has worked on a mount for a power supply unit. So I know that if I really, really, really wanted to, I could get one to put in here. When are we getting back to Chris Chan's shit? I mean, we could watch more Chris Chan another day if you really would like to watch that, but not today. Good morning, Akko. Good morning. But yeah, right now, the first step is to make sure it turns on and works. If this doesn't work, if for some reason this don't turn on, if the motherboard's defective, I am going to return everything and then just buy an NAS. That'll be my giving up point. All right. I will return all of this because like it didn't cost that much to get all of this stuff. The rack itself was like a little over 100. The motherboard was like $60. I already had the CPU and the RAM. I had to get a new fan just because the fan that I wanted to use doesn't fit the thing I have. But like, I had most of the shit that I needed for this already that I pulled from my other computer. But if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna return it and then buy a bay.
Yep.
Good airflow for the HHDs. Oh, don't worry, I will. Like I said, when I get the drive bays, it's either going to be 3D printed, and if it's 3D printed, I got fans. If it's a regular drive bay that just holds them, they come with fans typically already, so I'm not too worried about that.
Yep. Hi, Bandog. Welcome.
But this is my journey so far. The next update with this will probably be to be whether or not this thing actually boots up and works. Here's my only concern, because it does have one fucking what's it called? It does have an HDMI right here. It also has a VGA cable right here. Look at the pins for this VGA cable. Those are the pins for the VGA cable.
Uh-huh.
That's incredibly sketch.
Yeah. What am I doing? So while Akko is talking about the wonderful new autism project, I am working on getting more skills in Guild Wars 2.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, this is my project. I'm working on it slowly. I may have to remove this top plate here just when I put a GPU in. We'll see. 15 pin high density. That's what the VGA connector was. Yeah. I know it's probably not going to break easily, and I'm not going to force it, but that just like looks sketch as fuck.
Yeah.
You know? What am I looking at? You're looking at my little server rack project. Stay away from Roblox. That is the plan. We are going to talk about it tonight, but I won't be playing it indefinitely. By the way, chat, like the stream if you haven't already. Like the stream. Yeah, this is my project. This is my little project here. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to tell you guys whether or not it actually turns on. Because I'll get the power supply tomorrow. I'm gonna plug in everything. All I'll have to plug in is the motherboard, the motherboard, the CPU, and then this fucking thing. And if it turns on and gets me to the BIOS, awesome. That's all I want. I have a spare screen, the broken one that's works, so I can use the broken one to set up the computer, basically. So
Yeah, because as long as you can see it, like, that's good.
yeah, the plan is to do that, and everything should still work. I know that the RAM worked as of a couple weeks ago in my old computer. I know that the CPU still worked, and so everything should work. But again, if it doesn't work, all right, fine. I'll just return everything.
Yep, exactly.
I'll just return everything. I did consider, if the motherboard doesn't work, I'll just return the motherboard and the fan and get a Raspberry Pi and maybe try it that way. But otherwise, I don't know. That's what I'm working on right now, chat. That's what I'm working on right now. Mercenary for 2 sent a bunch of stuff to WEF and Roblox and Dogwave. Yes, and Wilson Temp pictures of my NAS 200 system. Nice, thank you. We still talk about the Roblox situation. We haven't gotten there yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a little bit to see if Ava came back, but if she doesn't, that's okay. That is a-okay. Anyway.
But how about we get started with something smaller?
We could talk about that, yeah.
Okay, let me bring up something a little smaller. We'll get this one out of the way. I need to bring it up and stream it to you.
That would be preferable.
This is something smaller. Resident Evil Requiem will reportedly be Leon S. Kennedy's last mainline game.
And Leon's the main dude.
Leon is the main character from 2 and 4. He's been a very much a mainstay character pretty much since the inception of the franchise.
Yeah, he's been the main zombie killer.
I mean, It'd be like if Sonic, like the franchise Sonic, removed Tails. I'm not
Really?
saying- I would actually probably call Leon more like Shadow,
Uh-huh.
or like one of the big, hedgehogs of the franchise. But the point stands.
Right. Sorry, chat. I'm
a
gonna switch off
reliable
this music. Go ahead.
A reliable Resident Evil leaker has claimed that Requiem will be Leon Kennedy's send-off, and that he likely won't appear in any other mainline games. That's a pretty big deal.
Yes.
For as long as we've been hearing rumblings about Requiem, also known as Resident Evil 9, one of the biggest question marks surrounding it has been the status of Leon Kennedy. Despite what Capcom's been saying, it's been heavily reported he'll appear in Requiem and have just as much to do as Grace Ashcroft. So people are predicting that, because people were looking at this Requiem like, oh my god, Leon's going to be a main character to play as for the entire game.
Yeah.
And when we got the announcement, it was Grace, and it's like, wait, that's not Leon. How dare they not do Leon?
Right.
But some notable people have kind of scoured the trailer and have said they have heard him, like his remake voice actor, in the trailer. But that's not truly confirmed either properly. It's rumored. It's speculative. But they say they can hear him. We'll see how true that is.
We will, yes. People are saying that Leon needs to retire.
So that's the theory, and they're kind of going into this more in this article. Of course, with Requiem taking place in modern day, and Leon canonically being much older than we've ever seen him in the series, that does raise some questions about how much life the RPD officer has left in him. It seems that Requiem might even be Leon's final game, something that a reliable leaker has suggested is the case. Resident Evil Requiem will probably be Leon's last game. So this is from Aesthetic Gamer, who is actually a very well-known Resident Evil leaker. Basically saying, yes, Leon and Grace are the main protagonists of Requiem. Yes, I am repeating myself a bit there, but will end up being the case. Both play big roles, but I think when all is said and done, this in many ways will come off as more as Leon's send-off game. They're not saying he's going to die.
Well, hopefully he doesn't die. That would probably suck if they killed him.
I think a lot of people would feel kind of slighted if that was.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is probably the fan favorite.
Leon?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone obviously has like, oh, there's Chris Redfield. There is Jill, there's Claire, there's Ada, there's Leon. Those are like the major 5 mainstays of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
And when people think Resident Evil, they think either Chris or Leon.
Is he in the game that you're playing right now on your channel?
No.
Okay.
No. I do know Chris is in it.
Okay.
This is one of the things, and I did, because 7 is a prequel to Village, which you played.
Right.
You kind of have a better idea, because they kind of lean into Chris being sort of, kind of, slightly antagonistic.
Yeah, in Village, he was like the antagonist, kind of. For like the first half of it.
I wouldn't say he's the antagonist, but some people theorize, because they kind of suspect that 7, 8, 9 is a trilogy. Because they'll try and find a way to mix like the weird mushroom mold shit from 7 and 8 into the story of 9. And
I return.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Well, then we'll finish this, and then we'll get to
Roblox. Welcome back. You missed my tism. It's okay though. I forgive you.
What happened?
They're gonna kill off Leon so he can be by a girl boss.
I was talking about my server racktism. It's not a computer. I'm not going to call it a computer. I'm just going to call it a server rack. Anyway. Village was my first game. It was my first game too.
Yeah. Technically, 7 is my first game.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've played very little of 2 remake, not enough for it to count. But 7 is the farthest I've ever made it in a Resident Evil game, so I'm going to count it as 7.
Okay.
Anyway, yesterday, everyone's favorite Resident Evil insider, Aesthetic Gamer, took to Twitter to answer a surprising amount of questions about Requiem ahead of its appearance at Gamescom Opening Night Live. So Gamescom is actually very soon. And I want to point out, we have evidence and proof there is a Silksong booth.
Anything to not be coping, guys.
There is a Silksong booth.
I don't care if there's a booth for Jesus.
As ever, Aesthetic Gamer was instantly asked about Leon's involvement in the story, with one user begging to be told if he's actually the main character. In response, Aesthetic Gamer reported that Leon and Grace are both the main characters of Requiem, with both playing a big role. Interestingly, the insider also reported that Requiem will, in many ways, come off more as Leon's send-off game. In another tweet, they suggested that Requiem might be Leon's last major role in the timeline, but that he might pop up in CG movies. Of course, that instantly set some alarm bells off for long-term fans who took the suggestion as a hint that Leon dies in Requiem. Sadly, Aesthetic Gamer does not know his fate in Requiem and could not confirm whether that was going to happen, but suggested it's more likely a case of Leon getting too old for this, or thinking he's more than earned his retirement. Again, it's a smaller thing. I just think it's interesting. If this is the threequel in a trilogy of 7, 8, and 9, and they're leaning into Chris basically leading the new Umbrella, which is really out of character for him, by the way, I could actually see this ending with Chris killing Leon and launching the next major trilogy.
Why would he do that, though?
That's a question everyone would want to know, which is how they can get eyes.
Copium got thick. Yes, chat. Copium did get thick. Oh, goodness.
I know some people probably want him to kind of go out. I'm going to use Supernatural as like a case here.
Okay.
People probably want him to go out like the original canon ending of Supernatural, or not canon, but the original like ending before COVID, where Dean Winchester died.
Okay.
Because in the original ending, you know, for a series about fighting demons and angels and literally like killing God, and then one of the main characters dying because of a nail in his spine, was really weird.
Oh, excuse me. Is Chris mad he wasn't banged by Leon? Wait, what?
Some people actually theorize that the Leon we see is not Leon, Chris. The Chris that we're seeing is not actually Chris. It is a clone of some sorts.
I see.
But it's just one of those
super hyper mega demon clones.
Exactly. Because it really does not make sense for Chris to be literally potentially leading what could be the next iteration of Umbrella. That it just is really out of character for him.
Uh-huh.
But if it's a clone, or if it's like some like mushroom person thing, or mind control or whatever, at least it lines up a little better.
I
Because then
always
it's
think on the Nazis.
Yes. Ever since Breaking Bad, I've been like, you know what? It could just be. It just could be Nazis.
It's almost always the Nazis, even when it's not.
Wait, is the clone theory actually something? I was just kind of threw something at the wall. I was thinking maybe it's sick. Is there actually a clone theory?
Oh gosh.
Chris died back in RE7. Some people don't know this.
Oh really?
I don't know.
I don't.
Nazi zombies in Resident Evil 1. I've heard there are. Chris clone, test tube Redfield. Remember, this is the remake timeline, not canon timeline. That is true. The RE7, they kind of worked at like RE2, 3, and 4 are in like a different timeline that coexists with like 7 and 8. So it'd be like the original 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is one timeline.
Uh-huh.
And then 2 remake, 3 remake, 4 remake, 7, 8, and probably 9 are in a separate one. But again, I don't know how true that is.
This all sounds
Anyway.
confusing to me. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, exactly. It is. All right. I'll let you two pick. 4chan versus the UK or Roblox.
Oh, I know Ava really wants to talk about 4chan.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't put that on me.
Well, if you don't, that's fire. But I know that that's a big topic.
I mean, it's a coin flip. I know I'll probably only be able to talk on one of the two topics, so
It's up to you. We're good for either.
okay. You know what? I'm gonna roll a d20.
All right.
Because we're gonna end up talking about both of them anyway. It's just which one's first.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d20. Anything between 1 and 10 will be that will be 4chan, and then 11 to 20 will be Roblox.
Okay.
Okay, give me one quick second. Should be able to go right here. Yes, okay, cool. 1 to 20. I got 5, so we're gonna talk about 4chan.
All right.
Wait, was it 1 through 10
I
Roblox
live
and 11 through
die
20?
by the dice. Yeah,
Thank
Yeah,
you, user, for
well,
the follow.
I could have sworn. Are you
I-
fucking with me right now?
I just
I
tried
feel like you
brain.
just giving me a fucking stroke.
Chat. Chat.
You
What did?
actually derailed the absolute shit of my brain.
Here, just re-roll it. Odds is Roblox. Evens
yeah,
is
I'm gonna
4chan.
re-roll it. I think it was 4chan.
Odds is
Wait,
odds
Wait,
is
now we're doing odds. Okay, I'll re-roll. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
yeah.
20. We net 20.
Even is
Oh god damn it! Come on.
See,
I think
I'm
it's-
not helping them because this is just funny.
I think that's 4chan. We'll just go with 4chan.
Okay. Roblox bigger story broke her brain for a second. We're all odd down here. All right. So, we don't really have a lot about this. 4chan is definitely a smaller topic. Now, from Burn and Storm PC Attorneys at Law. Should open this way so you all can see it. Restatement regarding Ofcom's reported provisional notice. 4chan Community Support LLC. Burn and Storm PC and Coleman Law PC represent 4chan Community Support LLC. According to press reports, the UK Office of Communications, or Ofcom, has issued a provisional notice under the Online Safety Act alleging a contravention by 4chan and indicating an intention to impose a penalty of £20,000 plus daily penalties thereafter. 4chan is a United States company incorporated in Delaware with no establishment, assets, or operations in the United Kingdom. Any attempt to impose or enforce a penalty against 4chan will be resisted in United States federal court. American businesses do not surrender their Fourth Amendment rights because a foreign bureaucrat sends them an email. Under settled principles of U.S. law, American courts will not enforce foreign penal fines or censorship codes. If necessary, we will seek appropriate relief in U.S. federal court to confirm these principles. The United States federal authorities have been briefed on this matter. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, was reportedly warned by the White House to cease targeting Americans with UK censorship codes, according to reporting in The Telegraph on July 30th. Despite these warnings, Ofcom continues its illegal campaign of harassment against American technology firms. A political solution to this matter is urgently required, and that solution must come from the highest levels of American government. We call on the Trump administration to invoke all diplomatic and legal levers available to the United States to protect American companies from extraterritorial censorship mandates. Our client reserves all rights.
So, give us some.
Yeah, I can tell that this is
Oh, go ahead.
It's not American court.
No, it's definitely not American court for sure. So, Tim, give
And
us
see,
some backstory
But,
for this.
we actually don't have a lot on this.
Yeah.
No, the reason why is because one, the Online Safety Act has been recently passed, so obviously Ofcom has just decided to do this. When it comes to lawsuits of any kind, you're looking at three main things: injury in fact, causation, and redressability. I like to place it down as jurisdiction, which is a big one here. And it even addresses as much, but where the court is, where you are, that you can you even be sued by said court? The actual amount of damages. So what, if any amount of damages, any financial amount was caused? And then of course you have your cause of action. So your causation. What actually was the action that was actionable to create damages to sue under? So they can't even get past step one, which is jurisdiction.
Yeah.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
You're telling me. My big problem is that they think that because realistically, if they want to somehow enforce this, what can they actually do besides just saying
They
you're
can't do shit.
No.
They can't do shit.
No.
Here's more than likely what would happen. 4chan would be like, okay, fuck you, and then they would cut off any access to the site to the country of the United Kingdom. So
Yeah.
that's what would likely happen. And in terms of enforceability or anything that the UK could actually stick 4chan with, not a chance in hell. Not a snow's chance in hell.
Right. Well, my thought process was not only can they not do anything, the most that they can do is just tell the web services to stop routing 4chan to the UK. That's really all they can do. They can't actually collect on any of this shit that they're going to try and collect on.
And here's the thing, they won't do that because they want those fines. They want to charge 4chan 20,000 pounds plus daily penalties, and if they actually were to block traffic on their end to 4chan, well, guess what? They no longer are quote-unquote entitled to those fines.
Yep.
So what's going to happen is the UK will never shut down 4chan on their end. 4chan will, however, shut down access to the UK on their end, and then the UK's fucked.
Yeah. So a lot of this comes back to the fact that earlier this month or end of last month, a UK official actively said, this is not about the kids. This is about censoring adults.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're talking about. So I watched that. There was an actual I will say decent reporting on the news anchor's individual, that person with BBC. But basically, they were interviewing a member, one of the main members of the Labour Party in Parliament, and basically she managed to rattle his cage enough where he admits that yeah, of course it's not just about protecting kids. I believe those were his words verbatim when she actually pushed it. And she's like, is this actually just about protecting kids? Is it just... And he finally got annoyed enough, he admitted it, the quiet part out loud.
Yeah. So with that knowledge that we know that the Online Safety Act is not about children, it's about censoring the adults. Then we go back to 4chan, which is one of the biggest information motherloads on the entire internet.
Oh yes, information begins and dies there.
Yep, exactly. They're trying to shut 4chan down because 4chan is probably the only thing that would make them run scared.
Maybe.
Look, Strammer ain't gonna try shit. Strammer, I doubt, even has 6 more months to a year as Prime Minister. He has absolutely fucked his political career with the passage of the Online Safety Act.
Yep.
from MommaOcco.
And that's why I'm not sure it's ever going to actually pass in the US. The only way I can see it getting passed in the US is as a hidden bill or hidden item in another bill about something else.
I don't doubt it would happen, is the problem.
My scenario for 5 says, anyone remember the game Mirror's Edge from EA? Yes, I do. So remember the line from the bad guy about cutting off lines of communication in a war. You're talking about Project Icarus in the first game. That was Perindo Kruger, who was the owner of Proletariat Kruger, which is a corporation, a private security firm, basically trying to assassinate and take out the individuals who are currently in charge so they could have their company be in charge. And yeah, he pretty much directly quotes Sun Tzu, I think.
Yeah.
From Art of War.
So, Kavachkar, Trump doesn't like 4chan as well. Say goodbye to it. The difference is, even if he doesn't like it, this actively goes against what Starmer told him when he came to the White House, because Trump wanted to talk to him about the Online Safety Act.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Starmer told Trump to his face that they're not censoring the people in the UK or companies. Meanwhile, Wikipedia has been sued. 4chan is being sued.
It's just
2 central notices of online information that the UK is censoring, which means Starmer lied through his teeth to the United States president.
I don't know if lie. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he.
No, he lied. That is straight up lying.
Well, okay, fine. But like, world leaders will lie to each other all the fucking time.
This is true. Yes.
Do you think Putin didn't tell any lies in Alaska to Trump when they were out there for their?
Oh, he totally did. He I didn't watch that whole thing, but I bet he did.
I mean, to be fair, Trump has also lied because he lied about the Epstein files, and look where we are now.
Listen, you don't have to talk about the Epstein files.
These people lie.
The Epstein files are turning. Listen,
they lie.
Listen. I haven't heard anything about the Epstein files in forever, so I'm back to thinking that they don't exist again.
I actually know it's super funny.
What?
Some ordinary gamers actually posted in his little update on the Epstein files today, just a couple hours ago.
Okay.
So there are some people still going, hey, you know, there's one thing I think shouldn't die, and that's this Epstein story. Let's keep it around. I know CoffeeZilla also posted another video on it yesterday or the day before, so there are some creators that are really doing their damnedest to make sure this fucking story doesn't die. And I commend them because, God, they're fighting a losing battle.
They are fighting basically the federal government to try and get that. The fuck?
It's not even that. They're fighting the short attention span of the human race. Let's be real.
Exactly.
Right.
The files are not real. There are no Bullstain files.
There are no files in Bossing Say. No, listen, chat. I'm just gonna say this plain and clear right now. You're never gonna see them. Doesn't matter which president we have. Those files don't exist. You're gonna have to have somebody break in and steal them. But even then, they'll come out and claim they're not real.
Yep.
But
okay, you know what's super funny? That excuse. They did actually attempt to use that excuse earlier this year, but it did not work. And this was before the FBI and DOJ memo. But Pam Bondi literally tried to float on Fox News, I believe, in an interview that the Dems, they came into her office and they stole the Epstein files from her desk. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I can find the clip somewhere. I saved it here. I'm like, okay, this is funny. And I think they realized, like, almost immediately, like, yeah, this is not the way we're going to be able to do this, because then they went super quiet, and then, like, 2 months later, they had the memo. But, like, one of their early attempts at getting rid of all of this was quite literally the Dems stole the Epstein files.
Oh my gosh.
That was actually a fucking attempt.
The Dems steal everything, chat. Granted, all political parties steal everything.
It's the Dems!
But yeah, the point I'm trying to make, though, is government officials, while they do lie, and it's almost in their job description to lie through their teeth like this, the fact that he lied
to lie to Trump, he's not exactly stable.
He's not stable. And he lied and almost immediately went back to censoring. It's not like he waited, you know,
I mean, yeah.
a week or two.
I mean, the censorship is
or
so bad in the UK. It's censoring their own authoritative figures.
Yep.
Like authority figures are posting like, oh, this is details of a case. If anybody from the public can share information, please do so. Blah, blah. Oh, guess what? The details are fucking censored behind an ID verification.
That's right.
It's
I
like,
saw that.
This is actually getting in the way of the authorities reaching out and communicating to the public about public safety.
Yep.
That is
That's insane.
hilarious. Pelosi mistook the
also
files for her stock
happening-
portfolio.
It's
Continue.
also bouncing around the fact that both X and Discord are actively doing the ID verification in the US, which shouldn't affect the
they're
US
just-
at all.
You
Now,
would
to be
think
fair,
that.
Then you
Elon has
Yeah.
actively called it out, saying that they shouldn't be doing it to begin with, so it's probably someone else within X actively following the UK's laws. Because that's what the UK, I think, is trying to
Problem
do.
there are several laws that are currently on the floor in the various senates of various states that pretty much more or less just implement ID verification on their own. Not only the Kids Online Safety Act, which is the federal version, but I believe New Louisiana or Oklahoma or one of those states actually just had the Supreme Court basically say, look, until they actually do this, we can't do anything.
Mhm.
But it is straight up on the books for them to go, yeah, we want ID verification and all that shit. So it's coming to the states, whether it be on the state level or federal level later. It's on the books. They're trying to push it through.
Absolutely.
So, like, if I were an American, which I am, but if I were an American, to those in chat, I would be contacting your representative. I'd be making a noise. I'd making as much noise as you can because this cannot be allowed to happen.
This cannot continue.
Yeah.
Yes. In the words
Now,
of Filthy Frank, you have to
based-
stop.
Based on the fact that Elon has actively called out the ID's bullshit, means it's probably someone else within X that's actively causing it and not by his orders. Now, Discord, on the other hand, who the fuck knows? I'm honestly waiting for a Discord replacement at this point.
It's not gonna happen, dude. You know it's not gonna
It's
happen.
not going to
It's-
happen.
Yeah, the closest thing to a replacement is Matrix, and that thing's a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's
No,
just
I-
never
I-
gonna happen. I'm sorry.
That's the thing, though. That you're absolutely correct. The only way Discord is going to get better is if someone buys it. Again, like how Elon bought Twitter. The only way Discord's going to get better is if someone bought Discord.
Do you want a bigger, fatter, richer furry to buy it?
I don't want Pirate Software to buy it.
He's not fat. He's lanky. And
He's
he's
a
not.
furry, though.
He's not rich. He's losing 1,000 subs a week.
Hey, listen. You're talking to the very first of the second generation of Blizzard employees. I don't know what that exactly means, but based on his tone, it sounds like it's important.
TeamSpeak is sold by Discord. TeamSpeak is not in a position to buy Discord at all.
No.
No one uses Team. Like, I'm not gonna say no one. That's disingenuous. But TeamSpeak is so minuscule compared to
I
Discord.
think I still have a TeamSpeak server. It's like $3 a month. I
On
keep
the topic of
it in
Discord,
console.
Discord is inherently tied in with the Roblox pedophilia thing. I guess we might as well just get started on Roblox.
Yeah, I mean, like,
That's a segue.
I'll be honest with you. There really is no better way to segue.
There really isn't.
There
Um,
isn't.
From the Attorney General, Liz Murrell, breaking. Today I'm suing Roblox, the #1 gaming site for children and teens, and a breeding ground for sex predators. Due to Roblox's lack of safety protocols, it endangers the safety of the children of Louisiana. Roblox is overrun with harmful content and child predators. Because it prioritizes user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety, every parent should be aware of the clear and present danger posed to their children by Roblox, so they can prevent the unthinkable from ever happening in their home.
For those who are interested, I will be reading through the 47-page complaint that has been filed in federal district court in Louisiana. And they'll be uploading that as a video, but it will just be a reading of the complaint verbatim.
Based. That's gonna be long, isn't it?
It's going to be very long.
47 pages. I could probably get through that in about half an hour.
Fair.
Oh, fast as fuck, boy.
So, this week has been awful for Roblox.
It has been, yes.
Apparently, the CEO's Roblox account was banned.
There ain't no fucking way. There is no
Description: I am the CEO and co-founder of Roblox. Really, I used to log in as Builderman. Now I log in both as David.Bazuki and also under several other accounts so as to view Roblox from the eyes of a regular player. Created 2007, 05, 15T23, 54, 41, 43Z. Is banned. True.
That is hilarious.
Okay, well, to be fair, and this wouldn't show in the code, but deactivated accounts might actually very well just be given this tag.
Yes.
So,
You think so?
to be, like, benefit of the doubt, I'm just saying a possible explanation. I'm not saying this is, but we have to be the skeptic, we have to be the cynic, etc. It's possible that this is a deactivated account of his, and it just tags it as banned because it's basically a self-ban when you deactivate. So rather than plug open the website's code with a like deactivated list as well as a ban list, just fucking merge them.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I can see that. I definitely see that. Now, Tim, I do have to ask you. A lot of these things are happening in Roblox. Why are these things all happening in Roblox? What has led to Roblox being in the place that they are now?
So, a user called Schlep.
Okay.
Love that name. Basically took on the idea of vigilantism to basically send names of predators within Roblox to the authorities.
Okay.
Authorities had arrested several child predators thanks to his efforts. Roblox caught on to that and banned him. I forget if they sued him or banned him. I know they banned him.
They banned him and then they sent him a cease and desist.
The cease and desist. That's
threatening
right.
to sue him. And look, I'm going to be real. This is just a PR nightmare for Roblox, no matter how you slice it. I figured that the best way they could have handled this is actually offering Schlep a job or like a consultation position or something. Pay him to do the job that Roblox you are failing to do. But banning him, absolutely the wrong move, even though I will concede that vigilantism in general is very limitedly effective. Yes, he managed to get 5 out of the 6 individuals he reported to the cops arrested. However, I looked at all 6 of those cases, and the 5 arrests are definitely not going to have any charges stick because of the manner in which the evidence is collected and because he didn't go through the district attorney's office. He went through the cops.
Yep.
So I think Schlep is doing good work. I think he's doing God's work. I think he has an immense talent that needs to be cultivated and tempered and trained. And banning him is not the way to do it.
No.
If Roblox had not done that, they would not be dealing with any of this. And could you imagine if we just rewound the clock 2 weeks ago, they offered Schlep a fucking position on their moderation, on whatever, on some kind of special task force, and then now you have Roblox actually being praised as a company that does take proactive steps in protecting children. Instead, you have this absolute nightmare that I could see killing the platform.
Absolutely.
You think so, huh?
So it gets better. So people have been changing the names of their accounts, both in the Discord and in the game, to #FreeSchlep.
That's gonna get you banned. I'm sorry.
Yes.
They have been banning people left and right. Breaking, Roblox has just deleted the FreeSchlep account and is actively trying to ban anyone who puts it as a display name. It would be such a shame if everyone who sees this post puts FreeSchlep as their account's display name.
Oh, that is such a bad idea.
So our content monitors have determined that your behavior at Roblox has been in violation of our terms of use. Recent violation reviewed August 14th, 2025 at 12:56 p.m. EDT. Moderator note, this display name is not permitted on Roblox. Please abide by the Roblox community standards.
About this?
Hmm.
Their ability to respond so fucking quickly, and yet Roblox Chicano servers are still fucking on. To this day, I'm sure I could go into the game
No,
and
yeah.
fucking find something.
I
in
bet you
minutes.
could.
Absolutely.
Even though they quote unquote banned
Goddamn,
it.
if they're not on top of banning people for using a
Hello?
Hey, Ava.
I was worried that was me there for a moment. Ava? She might have had an
The
ADHD
elf has
moment.
died?
She could have had an ADHD moment. She.
no, my
There she is.
internet just died.
It's okay.
Sorry, I
Sorry
could
about
totally
that.
just
What
imagine.
did I say?
I could totally imagine Ava actually just talking really in depth and just went, ooh, shiny.
Kind of.
I mean,
Sometimes.
it's
They shut her
happened
down.
Before.
No,
It's
you-
happened before.
You were talking about. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's
Oh,
how.
now I remember. What I was saying is that Roblox, whoever is in charge of their PR and their responses, like publicly, that guy needs to be fired and maybe just put on a list. Just monitor. I'm not saying he's done anything wrong. I just want to make sure he hasn't.
Damn, that's
So-
quite an accusation. Well, not an accusation. That's quite a
Roblox is just-
statement.
Going
Yeah, I was
after.
gonna say. I'm like, I specifically said I don't think he's done anything wrong.
Damn. Sorry, go ahead, Tim.
So, thanks to at Jin Bartimus, Visa and MasterCard are also in strategic partnership with Roblox, which consists of them running in-game promotion and offering exclusive reward items. Not only do they refuse to enforce their own rules the same way they did with Steam, they continue to implicitly support a platform which protects pedophiles. So yeah, this is a double whammy of hypocrisy.
I mean, like, here's the thing. I feel like this is one of those things where it's just like, yeah, this is like another nail for them. But this is not like the first time we've seen it. Because they obviously support Pride events. They obviously are on the ESG train. So, like, I'm not, like, surprised by this. This is just one of those things like, okay, I don't care. It doesn't really make it better or worse, in my personal opinion. It's about the same to me. It was about those
It's not
Robux.
hypocrisy. It's an op. No, really. It
24-hour
really is.
ops.
Yes. That's the sad part, is like, this isn't even surprising. And you gotta really think about it. That all the, like, Visa, MasterCard, and we'll get into PayPal later, because PayPal has also joined the train. this
Have
week.
they?
Yes. Is all like, oh my god, get rid of the titties and the sexy women, but keep the children.
Children are our most important resource. We have to make sure that they stick around. Mercenary, you can't say that. You have to say allegedly, please. I don't want to get sued. It's not my comments, but
Yeah, can
please.
well, hey, look, he's a fine maker of cheese pizza, and I
Oh,
mean
no.
actual cheese pizza.
See,
Not
if
the
you started
acronym.
dealing in cheese
No,
stuffed
he's
crust
Italian.
pizza, then we get to talk.
Okay, yeah, you know what? If he got with the cheesy crust, yeah, that's true.
It's good pizza.
Not,
He actually
now I
invented cheesy
want
crust.
cheese stuffed crust pizza.
I've just got Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
me too, actually. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
So yeah, again, I would read these, but it's just not surprising that Visa and MasterCard are doing this with Roblox.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, and here's what's funny, is Roblox going down could damage the whole online censorship deal. that they're trying to
It could
roll with.
strengthen it, actually. And you know exactly where it's going.
I have a issue, well, a concern. I know I know it's possible that you can use the law as a scalpel and treat this as an individual case, but the fact that we have so many censorship bills and stuff on the books right now, and then this came out at this particular time, I do not think that that is it's not an ally to gamers and people who are fighting censorship.
It isn't. No.
No, it's
And in
not.
I
fact,
think we can actually deal with Roblox without taking a hit to the censorship fight, but I think you would require some master fucking maneuvering that I'm not sure we're capable of.
well, my problem is like I see all these content creators who are anti-woke and anti-censorship, and they're coming on and saying like, "Oh my gosh, we need to get the government in on this to punish Roblox." And I'm just sitting here like, guys, that's exactly what they want to do for other shit. Are you insane?
So on the note of government getting involved, Slap actually confirmed that the government is getting involved. Literal members of Congress are saying #FreeSlep. This is bipartisan. Both Republicans and Democrats see Roblox's safety issues as a problem. Now, this is from Representative Lori Schlegel.
I wonder if they're related.
Look, here's part of my issue with this. And this is going to go more towards... Look, no offense to the politicians who are bringing these up, but I guarantee you, every single one of them that is up for re-election.
Yep.
Every single one of them is platforming on this issue because the midterms is coming up and their fucking job is on the line. So while I can kind of appreciate them bringing like attention to this, I know it's not bad faith, but it's disingenuous.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I'd
This
agree.
Next year, and this is one of the
This is a
things
call for more
about...
votes for these particular people.
Yep.
Very little else is going to happen here.
Yeah, these are House members, and you need to consider, and I'm going to use this as someone who lives in California. Notice that Newsom has been opening his mouth more and more every single day. Guess what?
Yeah,
He's
has.
out next year.
Yes, he is. And he cannot run again, I don't think. I think he's reached the
No,
limit
he
for
can't.
governor.
He can run again for the worst possible position for all of us.
What?
The presidential election.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And apparently, we're already hearing reports that Democrats are pushing for Newsom to run for president.
Oh, do you know why that is? Because I have heard about this.
Why?
I mean, he is the nephew of
because
Pelosi.
A ghoul, a specter of the Democrat Party, if you will, has
Bye, Ava.
running.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Hello?
There you are.
Bye.
Oh, I said a specter of the Democrat Party has thrown his name in the ring, and you know who that is?
Which one?
Bernie goddamn motherfucking Sanders.
Again? This man never getting in.
God damn it,
Yes.
Bernie. Stay
So
out.
He's
Go
not
home.
giving up.
You're drunk.
And this is why you're having this big Democratic push. Like, okay, let's get Gavin Newsom, let's get anybody else, because we know the classic dumbs hate Bernie Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he probably...
See,
Well,
here's the thing
he might
is
not actually
I
do anything. I don't know.
I was fairly certain that this election, the next
Dude,
one,
Bernie's
not
too old to run. All I'm saying.
I was fairly certain the next election would be Newsom versus, I forget the name of the guy from Florida.
The mayor? Or not the mayor?
Yes,
the governor?
no, governor of Florida. I forget his name.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
But I was expecting that as like the next presidential election. Now I am DeSantis. Thank you. DeSantis versus Newsom
No.
for the next election. I am now fairly positive it's going to be Vance.
Vance so quiet.
It's going to be
I
Vance
still
Newsom.
feel like he's going to be one of the main contenders.
Yep.
Isn't Ron
I'm
DeSantis
fairly
out
positive.
soon anyway?
DeSantis?
I'd have to ask-
I believe midterms. I
I'd-
think next year, yeah.
I'd have to ask my family since they live in Florida, but
Although he might be able to re-elect. I don't think he's been governor very long in Florida.
I'll ask. Because I remember there was like a schism about that, if I remember correctly, because he briefly ran And there was like a thing where the guy that he was running against for governor was like, "Oh, you're just gonna abandon us in 2 years," and he's like, "No, I'm not," and then he did, and yet people still voted for him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm hearing
That is
from
exactly
what I'm
what
reading
happened.
is that he cannot run again.
Okay, so he can run for
Why
pres.
not?
Yeah, just his term. Apparently, it's 2 consecutive terms for governors.
That makes sense. Yeah, Florida's pretty hardcore.
Oh, that's nice.
So he will. This is his 2nd term.
He kind of roached on the federal stage. Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry for all of you Floridians then.
Sorry, because this is on topic. This is on brand for what we're talking about. Breaking. LA Mayor Karen Bass disapproves of President Trump's crackdown on crime in Washington, D.C., saying it mainly impacts black and brown youth. Bitch! You're halfway across the U.S. Shut the fuck up.
No, she's all the way on the other side of the U.S., so...
Yeah, she's literally on the other side of the coast.
The other side, yeah. Yeah.
What is the specs of my server? It's not done yet, but it has an ITX board and a i7 10700K.
How old is Bernie? Old. 83 years old. He's older than Biden.
He's not like I'm sorry. I love Bernie, but he's too fucking old to serve as the head of the office of the executive.
Mhm.
I like, as much as I like him, he's gonna get 25th Amendmented so fucking hard.
So
if he
fast.
ends up getting it. Yeah, like so fast. Like it's gonna be immediate.
Oh, goodness.
He would be the oldest president in office if he made it, if I recall. I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
And by the time, here's the thing, he's 83 years old now. We won't even be getting the election to what, 2028?
28 for 2027. November.
But it would be
2027.
28 when we get the new person.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, January 20 something.
So he'll be even older. Or dead. Although, that might not stop him from getting the votes for president.
Oh, goodness.
No, that's tinfoil hat time.
I don't know if I want to get too tinfoil hat on Dogwave because it's
We're not.
politics, but
So,
Bernie's a Trojan horse for AOC.
I didn't-
Dude, AOC will never get elected. She is unlikable across the board.
She never will. Because she just won't stop opening her
Yeah,
mouth.
no, she's
You don't have to
Yeah,
worry
I'm
about
sorry.
that. She's
AOC
incredibly
and-
unlikable. Nobody likes her. Not even she likes herself.
So Grumps responded to this. Oh, by the way, I should probably actually say what this representative said, because I haven't said that yet.
No, you have not.
While Roblox's CEO gaslights us that safety has always been a top priority, community notes reveal the truth. The platform has a history of refusing to take action against sexual predators. This kids game even hosts sex games. Parents, beware.
I mean,
And the thing is,
it's not
like,
wrong. That's
It's
the
not wrong.
unfortunate
None
thing
of
is
it
it's
is
not
wrong.
wrong.
But
Pretty much.
Grums responded to this. And while I don't like Grums, he added on. Roblox made a huge blunder banning Schlep. This backfired and is threatening to take down the company. Honestly, I think it should be shut down. It's become a concentrated hub for crimes against kids due to its popularity and lax enforcement for years. At the very least, all the management needs to be fired and replaced.
that's just so. It's a child's response solution to a problem. That's not how.
Yeah.
Shutting it down makes more sense than firing and replacing everybody.
Well, because here's the thing.
That's fucking insane. That's not how. Tell me anywhere in fucking any company where that's actually happened, where they fired everybody, replaced some odds better. Really?
I'm gonna give the greatest example of what would happen if they did that. Newsom. Newsom is the biological nephew
yeah.
of Pelosi, but he doesn't have the Pelosi name, so
Yeah.
people don't know that unless they look deep into it. A lot of these people, if they just left, could be like, and how do you know, like, why do you want to work here? They could be related to these people, but have different names because that's on their, like, their IDs, their birth certificates.
Yeah.
But they could be tied to these people and they could still be running the entire show. Nothing would change. It needs to be cut down at the base.
Just delete it.
Just, yeah, burn it. Get it on. Goodbye.
You could do like Toontown and get rid of chatting.
No, that wouldn't
That
do
would
it.
be one thing to do.
Like Toontown, in my personal opinion, really good at like
If
getting
you
rid of it.
remove chatting, you remove the main form of like the issues that was happening, especially with the app off, like the directing children off platform on a Discord and shit. Like that would be pretty much impossible to do if chatting was simply disabled.
Yeah, so what Toontown does is they have pre-cut phrases for specific things that you do in game. You cannot do custom chatting unless you go onto the website and say you're an adult, and then only adults can see what you chat. Otherwise, the other kids will see nothing but like weird symbols.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So they should do that. My personal opinion.
I doubt they will, but I understand the point you're trying to make with that.
It's a great idea. My personal opinion.
It's just, look, everybody and even Congress and shit, they're like, hey, we should ban TikTok. Well, guess what? TikTok's still around, ain't it?
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's just like,
Because this shit
what'd you
just
do?
is so fucking, like, seriously. And it's so, well, Michael, I'm branding it. You're fucking retarded. If you think it's that goddamn easy to get rid of a company or a game or anything like this, which is, oh, I'll pass a law. Well, guess what? The law gets challenged and then struck down because we have an extremely, extremely strong constitution, and freedom of expression is sadly something that gets in the way of situations like this. So rather than just go, oh, let's knock it down, get rid of it, fire everybody, let's actually try and fix it. Let's actually, because here's the thing, if it's removed, all the kids, they're gonna move somewhere else. And then we have to find them again.
My personal opinion is like fixing it is more expensive, and that's why they're not going to do it.
But yeah, that's true. But I would say if they refuse to fix it, then yeah, shut it down. But shut it down should not be the first or like such a knee-jerk like, oh, this is what we should do. Hey, let's try and fix the hole in the boat instead of blowing up the boat and killing all the people on board.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I agree with you. TikTok was only saved by Trump. It's not an American company. No, it is not.
No, TikTok was granted some leeway by Trump, but the fact of the matter is TikTok still was able to bring their challenge to the courts and to the Supreme Court, and that's still being litigated. All Trump was able to do was stay any actual enforcement from happening until after those cases are decided.
You know, part of me is wondering if that's ever going to happen.
Saves TikTok, it's going to be the courts.
Yeah,
I would imagine sometime during 2026, late 2026, or maybe early 2027, we might have a actual ruling on the TikTok case.
How much you want to bet that like nothing's going to happen with TikTok until Trump's gone, and then the Dems are going to come in and then ban it, and Trump is going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I saved it, and then they banned it again. I can't believe them." How much you want to believe that could happen? I could totally see that happening.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Colco removed all their management and lasted a few years after it happened. But that's not what matters here. Is these people, with how ingrained into Roblox they are, removing them and replacing them doesn't change anything. When these people could just bring in their own specialized replacements.
Yeah. Do it again. I am not making that voice again, chat. Sorry.
Just so you know, Ava is right, because way before Roblox, we used to have this problem in Minecraft, and before Minecraft was Gmod. It's not the problem of the game. The problem is the irresponsible company. Yes.
It's the irresponsible company and this fact that parents don't watch their children. Just get rid of chatting. If you don't want your child to chat, don't let them chat. Ooh, slime balls. Otherwise, like it's not my fault. Not my problem. You know? I would say that the Google Doc that me, Ava, and Mizu read, and then that you guys expounded on last night, is further proof that children
Oh
should
my
just
God.
not be on the internet.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah.
mean,
Did you even pay attention to
Yeah.
that, Tim? Did you hear anything
No.
about that? Okay, so
No.
we do our doc reading on Thursday. Then apparently, some of the victims are not happy that we read it, and come to find out that an actual predator who was outed for being a predator is directing and guiding them on what to what to do and what to say, and it's bad. It's bad is all I'm gonna say. It's really, really bad.
Okay.
Like, I was extremely, excuse me, I can talk, I promise. I was extraordinarily baffled learning that a potential predator was included in this again. And it's not even over because they're getting upset at us or upset at Mizu first on Blue Sky right now. Anyway, we can move on.
that being said, it is now 4 minutes past 8:30, so I have to get going. Thank
You're
you very much
fine.
for having me, though.
You
Of
have a
course.
good night. Stay safe. We'll see you later.
You guys as well. Hasta luego.
Bye,
Peace.
Ava. Have fun.
Bye.
Take the iPads from the kids' hands. Parents were literally handing their kids to predators like a bunch of idiots. Yeah.
Some of them are, yeah.
So we're gonna watch something real quick, and this is from Grums. I don't know how totally accurate this is, but it could be fun to watch.
You terrify me.
So according to Grums, this is the daily life of a Roblox employee.
Is it really?
Please eat every day. Well,
What? Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, is it really?
Again, that's what he said. I don't know if it truly is or not, but we'll see.
ever wondered what Roblox employees eat every day? Well, today I'm visiting my cousin Gary, and I'm about to experience the tech bro life myself. We started with their in-house cafe, which serves fancy lattes and even matcha, so I ended up getting the strawberry matcha, which was so good. And then we went up to their buffet-style cafeteria.
Can I just say matcha's disgusting?
I think it's like a natural,
It's earthy, and it's ugh.
so's coffee.
Coffee's a different kind of earthy.
Oh, okay, so it's different. I gotcha.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Which had the classic salad and sandwich bars, plus house-made soups, and they even have stations with rotating menus, and today was Japanese-style cuisine. The most shocking part was they have a dedicated stone-fired pizza station.
Chat.
Another thing is Roblox's series
This is what your Robux goes to. All your Robux goes to the feeding this fucking Asian chick.
Why is Roblox's insides a better Golden Corral?
Gosh damn. It's bean
about their
soup.
employees' health, so their drink fridge was packed with tea, vitamin waters, fresh juices, and smoothies, plus snacks like dried fruits, protein bars, and yogurt. But as the pastry chef, you know I was here to judge the desserts. My mind was blown. They had bakery quality dessert. I expected cookies or brownies, but this was next level. Now I finally get why everyone wants to be a tech bro. Roblox is not just for kids, it's for adults too.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Why do they have a restaurant inside the office? That's normal for some tech companies. Kiwi!
Especially, I think it is for like the really big ones. I think Facebook has one. I think Twitter might have one. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
I think they probably used to. I don't know if they do anymore.
I think
because-
Elon Musk is like, you know what? We're doing bag lunches from now on, boys.
Really honest, I don't know. I mean, it saves a lot of money.
It does. That's a lot of money, right? By the way, chat. Hello, little Kiwi.
Google, I'm positive, does. In fact, I've been to Google once, and they actually did have. I mean, they didn't let us like do this, but you could even see it just at the front door.
Oh yeah.
Like, they have these on their campus.
That's all you went to is the front door. You looked inside.
They were supposed to be allowing at the time not interviews. Interviews is the wrong word. Like allowing just citizens or like other normal people to like walk around in the facilities to kind of see like how Google operates.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of those things. Like we were in the area and it sounded cool to do. And they're like, no, you can't do that.
Oh, is that a kiwi
like,
egg?
Oh, but... So, shame. But yeah, I don't know. Roblox is imploding.
I mean, there's way more you could say about it. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of alleged shit when it comes to the CEO. Apparently, the CEO has some weird dealings with other people around it. Apparently, the World Economic Forum is like allegedly like endorsement with it. There's a lot of companies. Yeah. Here's what I will say, chat. I'll echo
Tour,
again.
Thank you, chat. Tour was the correct word. I'm blanking on it.
I will echo kind of again what Ava said. I want this game to have because it's not like one of those situations where it's like, oh, the platform is fine. The parents need to do some shit. No, this is a game that is made specifically for children. Most of the time, children are the people that are working in it. There does need to be, in my personal opinion, some better choices to make sure that children are not like gaining or not gaining. Children needs to be better taken care of, is what I'm trying to say. And they're not, in my personal opinion, because if they were, we wouldn't have as many because again, like there are some kids games that probably have had some bad rep. I'm not going to deny that. But I feel like Roblox is definitely the worst, and they don't do anything. Because like if companies did something, that would be one thing. But excuse me, they don't do nothing. Another kiwi egg. I'm trying to pick up all these kiwi eggs so I can breed kiwis. They don't do anything. They don't actively do good moderation, in my personal opinion. And you could probably say, oh, it's really easy to make accounts. It's like, okay, well, maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should invest in an algorithm that makes it hard to make certain usernames or certain, like, I mean, like, I know they kind of have something because, like, Ruben Sim, by the way, is one of the biggest guys to fight against.
I'm going to interject real quick. I do need to take my dog to the bathroom.
How
so
dare
you continue. But I'm going to do that.
So Ruben Sim, one of the biggest guys to actually talk about this chat. And he has shown off lists where there's like specific shit you can't say. You know what I'm going to do is when Temp gets back, I'm going to ask him to pull up the little kiwi. I'm going to ask him to pull up a Ruben Sim video. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Ruben Sim, I think we'll watch his most recent one. But like he did, he showed lists of words that are banned on Roblox, and it's just like the problem with Roblox. It's kind of the problem with any platform that allows massive user-generated content. When you don't like have a massive vetting system on what people can upload, you tend to just kind of like let it exist. It just exists. And so Roblox has this problem where, let's say that you ban a not safe for work shirt, or a shirt that has not safe for work stuff on it. It's really easy to re-upload it. And I don't really know how to answer not letting that happen. I'm gonna be real with you. Gosh damn it. But they need to do something, in my personal opinion, because it is so incredibly easy for people to upload not safe for work stuff on Roblox, and then it becomes a massive problem. Roblox is no strange, should not safe for work content. No, they are not. Like the fucking what's it called? The thing that they're talking about right now, the hotel rooms and the bathrooms and shit. That's not like that's not like the new thing. Like oddly enough, there for some reason there's a lot of people trying to do EPI shit. Very disgusting, very gross, very reprehensible. I completely abhor that kind of shit. And anybody that does it, I would say, is disgusting. But there's a lot of that goes on, and they like there's different like themes and shifts to it. And it's I don't know what to think. I look at the Roblox Corporation, the people that like make the game and work on it. It's just like, so what are you what are you doing here? Why aren't you doing anything? You know, it's just like poking at something with a stick, just like saying do something. They don't do nothing. You know? So I really don't know what I could say about Roblox. Other than just, I know that it is going to be used by everybody to, it's going to be used by everybody as a tool for censorship. That is what the Roblox problems are going to bring. That's all it's going to bring, is more tools for censorship. And unfortunately, we're just going to kind of have to eat it. Again, I'm not upset at a lot of creators that are talking about this, because it is like something that we're talking about. I am just not going to be surprised if immediately following all of this uproar, we see a whole bunch of people come out and say, this is why we need to censor things, and this is why we need ID on the internet, and this is why we need to like enforce more controls around children. When the answer should really just be, no, just get rid of Roblox. Roblox isn't moderating their platform, so they don't deserve a platform. So
completely agree.
yeah, I don't know. I was telling chat, there is videos on Ruben Sim that we could watch. Ruben Sim is probably one of the biggest advocates for this. He's been sued by Roblox for his stuff that he's done. But yeah, it's gross. I don't like it. I think it's completely reprehensible. Creek Crafts test was pretty funny. Is that the one that like made a new account and immediately saw a dick in game?
I have no idea.
I know that one guy decided to like he made a new account, and with this new account he used it to and found adult content very quickly. It's happening in Brazil. They're using Roblox type drama to push the censorship stuff. No, that's exactly what happens. That's why I'm just like, yeah, I agree. Kids need to be protected. But I don't feel like people recognize that this sword is going to be used to poke back really quickly. And I'm not kind of for that.
No, of course not. But no one should be.
Come, doggo. I've claimed doggo.
Woof woof.
Will not name it after you.
How dare you? But no, you're absolutely right. All right. Break from the big hitting topics. Let's go to something a little funny.
Do we really?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. I thought I grabbed the article for this.
The answer isn't to smother. No, the answer is to build good relationships with kids. Because that's something that you can do. I mean, that's what my family did. Even though, I don't always see eye to eye with my parents, I don't hate them. least not that I know of.
And don't worry, Tab, I'll name a dog after you. Thank you, Tapeworm. Anyway, sorry. While I was away, I got some food. Anyway, Marvel Rivals director says there are so many Gunner skins because they're inspired by the comics. Heh.
All of the good skins were inspired by the... I mean, yeah. Because the comics were made by men.
NetEase has responded to the Gunner allegations. In the interview, someone was bold enough to ask Marvel Rivals creative director Gungyun Chen. I hope I know I butchered that name. I'm sorry. Guangyun Chen.
His name was written for the stars of being a Gunner.
How he responds to people calling the hero shooter a Gunner game. And he really didn't dispute the label. Speaking to Rivals Assembled, Chen, better known by his nickname Guan, said that the skins are inspired by the comics. In other words, it's the source material's fault, as many of the characters are sexualized by Marvel itself. Yes.
Yes.
They are.
And we love them for
these
that.
are all come from comic designs, says Guan. Specifically, commenting on skins from Squirrel Girl to Psylocke, or Squirrel Girl and Psylocke. We take those classic comic designs and create some more fashionable designs based on them to gain players' appreciation. He also argues that these skins suit the seasons in which they appear. As mentioned earlier, with the Squirrel Girl Krakoa resort skin, these are actually designed based on real-world themes and the season's storyline, he says. For designs like these, we try our best to integrate the storylines from the season, including elements from Krakoa, and also blend in some popular elements from real life. We create new designs based on that, and I'm very grateful these designs have been well received by the majority of players. Well, that is certainly one way to put it, sure. We just had a resort theme season which saw multiple characters get swimsuits, but NetEase chose to make that the theme. I suppose I will give it points for making Loki have his bulge out in his own swimsuit. Evens things out ever so slightly.
Wait, did they give him a bulge in this?
Did they? Hold on.
I will be very surprised if they did.
The article that links to Loki's summer bulge is not actually showing an image of Loki.
Loki has a massive bulge. Okay. Damn it. Chad, you can't just say that. Because then I'll read it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Work, damn you. They did!
My gosh, he's well endowed.
But why?
Wow.
Also, why'd you put him in a Speedo?
Why not?
Anyway, really, it seems like it comes down to player appreciation that Guang mentioned. To put it simply, sex sells, and the superhero genre is no stranger to this concept. It has been a stranger to it for several years now, by the way.
It has, for the most part.
Thank you, Marvel. Fans have long picked up on this, and so it was only a matter of time until this question was put to the devs. However, there is another debate waging in the fan base. Matchmaking.
Dicks out for
NetEase
Odin.
has
No, chat!
Oh, God. No. Anyway, yeah, the last bit is talking about matchmaking stuff. But... yeah, so... oh, no! The skins are sexy!
Oh, no.
Anyway...
Does anybody actually care about that? I care more that Loki has a dick that's showing.
yeah, the fact that they gave him a literal bulge.
In a Riot.
Speaking of Riot...
What did they do this time?
payment processors are increasingly policing game chats.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
As payment processors crack down on the art, entertainment, and gaming industries, MasterCard is reportedly asking Riot Games to monitor esports live streams for negative brand statements. Temp's actual model causes people to have a bulge.
Oh, it definitely will later.
Yeah, Akko's seen it. Akko can attest.
There's no sketch yet.
No, but you've seen what I've sent you about it.
Fair.
Anyway,
it's alright.
so yeah, Riot Games accused of blocking MasterCard discourse in VCT chat. As MasterCard deals with a backlash, the payment processors and Riot Games are now accused of actively suppressing negative posts during esports events. I don't know where this article was, so I didn't go looking for it, but again, I'm not surprised. Riot is owned by Tencent, and don't get me wrong, I've become more open to Tencent lately.
Oh, that's very good of you.
Knowing Temp and large-breasted women.
I don't know what you're talking
Theory,
about,
the
chat.
new model, it's real, just like the files.
That's about right, chat. Just
As real
like
as Silk Song.
as real as so exactly.
You know, else is more real than Silk Song and in trouble. Or you're not going to respond to me? Okay.
Sorry, my brain just died there for a moment. We're talking about Crafton.
Fires back at Unknown Worlds lawsuit. Says Subnautica 2 was at risk of causing irreversible harm to the entire franchise, like Kerbal Space Program 2.
Wait, was Kerbal Space Program 2 built by Crafton?
No, but Kerbal Space Program 2. Kerbal Space Program 1 is beloved. It is.
Yes.
It is a very well-known game and well-received.
Also silly.
Very silly. Kerbal Space Program 2 is real bad.
So I've heard.
Like, so bad that you don't see anyone even talk about the first game anymore.
Really? It was that bad?
It was that bad. Like, to put it this way, fuck off.
Excuse me? You want to try that again?
The PC Gamer page is just like, hey, give us money or sign up for our newsletter. No. Kerbal Space Program 2 is an early access game with 26,252 reviews.
That's a lot of reviews.
It is all negatives. Or all reviews mostly negative. Recent reviews overwhelmingly negative.
Is it just buggy?
Let's read some reviews.
Oh, dear.
Hold on, let's bring it up so I get some context. We'll read this live on stream. This is dangerous, but it's through Steam, so it should be fine.
I'm sorry, why did they decide to do early access again?
No idea. Probably because it was the fun new hot thing.
It is the fun new hot thing that I wish would
Game is
stop.
abandoned. Abandoned and ruined. Abandonware. This should be at least removed from the Steam store, and ideally all people who purchased the game should be refunded. Do not buy. Get Kerbal Space Program 1. Do not fund these practices. This is abandonware. Do not buy under any circumstance. It hardly offers enough over the original to make up for its extraordinary price and terrible optimization. This is no excuse for an early access game, but with its development studio shuttered, this is the final project.
Wait, did they
Or
lose their
final product.
development studio?
I believe so, yes.
That's sad.
I cannot understate my disappointment. It would have been better off if this game was never made in the first place. Just go play the first game. There are some mods where you can get everything they promised at a fraction of the cost. Do not buy. It is fake early access. The game's dead. When did the game get its last update?
Is it more dead than Pirate Software's game?
The fact I'm not even finding like updates.
That is a big problem.
The last update made by the developers was over 14 months ago.
Seriously?
The information and timeline described by the developers here may no longer be up to date. So the game is not updated in at least 14 months.
So over a year.
Yeah.
What went wrong?
If you want to buy Kerbal Space Program, go buy the first one. Also, the first game is $40. The second game is $50, and it's early access and dead.
It's dead and gay, chat. It's dead and gay.
Dead and game. I actually might pick up Kerbal Space Program next time it goes on sale.
They'll never put it on sale
getting,
just to spite you.
Huh?
They'll never put it on sale just to spite you.
Ironically, and I know this devolved from like Subnautica 2. We'll get there. But at least the first game is being given care because U2's is doing plushies.
Yeah. Thank you for the Dogwave tax. I'll read some of your super chats here, chat, in a little bit.
Anyway, Crafton says the former heads of Unknown Worlds were fired with cause to keep them from permanently damage Unknown Worlds' most valuable IP.
Isn't that their only IP?
I don't know. Crafton also has filed a response to the lawsuit brought against them by the former heads of Subnautica Studio Unknown Worlds, accusing them of almost immediately abandoning their responsibilities following Crafton's acquisition of the studio despite repeated efforts to keep them on board. The publisher is requesting an outright dismissal of the lawsuit filed against it and all claims for relief, along with legal fees and other costs. The dispute between Crafton and the former leadership of Unknown Worlds, co-founders Charlie Cleveland and Max McGuire, and studio CEO Ted Gill, came to public light in January when the trio were dismissed. But Crafton's filing points to problems going back almost to the very beginning. Cleveland, McGuire, and Gill were presented to Crafton as the visionaries behind Unknown World's success and the key to its future. It says, and so Crafton put up a lot of money into keeping them around. $500 million to buy the studio, plus $250 million more if they led the successful development of Subnautica 2 and other games and hit an ambitious revenue target in 4 consecutive quarters before June 2026. The payout is the crux of the beef. The former Unknown World bosses accused Crafton of delaying Subnautica 2 in order to avoid that payout. But Crafton says the game simply wasn't ready for release, even in early access, in large part because the studio heads let their attention wander to other things following their big paydays. Crafton went deeper into these claims in today's filing. Having sold the company, Cleveland and McGuire, who pocketed almost $200 million apiece from the sale, and Gill, who received $60 million, quickly lost interest in development for Subnautica 2. In response to this lawsuit states, Cleveland and McGuire abandoned their roles as studio-wide game director and technical director to focus on their personal projects and quit making games for Unknown Worlds entirely.
Really?
Gill, who remained focused on leveraging his operational control to maximum the earn-out payment rather than develop a successful game. By July of 2023, Cleveland and McGuire's absence at Unknown Worlds had begun to impact the Subnautica 2 development team. The development director at Unknown Worlds told Gill that folks think Max and Charlie are checked out as studio heads and are confused as to why. In reality, Cleveland had abandoned video games to pursue filmmaking, a process he documented publicly on his website and on social media.
Oh my gosh.
McGuire started working on initiatives that fall outside the company's main development activities, stating that his priority was to try something that feels personally meaningful to me. Gill remained as Unknown World's president and CEO, but without the original creators, Subnautica 2 suffered serial developmental delays under his watch. Crafton claims that problems with Subnautica 2 came to light in an internal assessment in March 2024. But rather than getting down to work, studio leadership blamed others and overhauled the team, and continued to reduce the scope of the game. As the release continued to be delayed, by the spring of 25, Krafton felt the game was still far from ready for early access. The suit says CEO Chang-Han Kim worried that Subnautica 2 could end up like Kerbal Space Program 2, causing irreversible harm to the entire IP franchise. As Unknown World's sole stockholder, Krafton had invested $500 million in the success of not only Subnautica 2, but also Subnautica 3 and 4 and any other future Subnautica franchise product. The filing states, to prevent the key employees from permanently damaging Unknown World's most valuable IP, the company itself and its goodwills with its fans and following conduct by key employees that plainly gave rise to termination for cause. Krafton terminated the key employees, consistent with the terms of both the reemployment agreements consistent with the terms of both their employment agreements and the EPA. The bulk of the response is a line-by-line answer to the lawsuit filed by the former Unknown World's bosses, which gets into painfully tedious detail. Regarding the first sentence in the very first paragraph of the lawsuit, for instance, Krafton acknowledges acquiring Unknown Worlds, but denies the claim that the studio was widely successful. It's all very lawyerly. In other words, put the net result in a legally comprehensive restating of the defense Krafton has put up all along. Subnautica 2 isn't ready for the light of day, and the former Unknown Worlds bosses were willing to put it out anyway just to collect the check.
That's a pretty big accusation.
We believe the facts speak for themselves, the company said in a separate statement. This answer reflects our commitment to protecting both the Subnautica IP and the global community that has supported it for years. This is usually the point at which the lawyer closes the doors and gets to work on hammering out some sort of agreement ahead of trial, a process that can take months or years to conclude and is typically done in silence. In other words, we may not be hearing much about the dispute until it's over. As for Subnautica 2, it doesn't have a new early access release date at this point, but is now not expected to be out until sometime in 2026.
That's sad.
So, a lot of the problems with the game...
Allegedly.
Allegedly, according to Krafton, is because the devs got their payout from being bought and said, all right, bye!
If true, that's pretty damn insane. Pretty damn fucking insane. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
It's also kind of funny at the same time.
Alright.
Because they are woke
Go ahead and
devs,
do
so
super chats.
I'm not surprised. I'll be honest with you.
I'm not either.
Thank you for not buying SSDs. While they have higher transfer speeds, their unreliability is much worse when it comes to HDDs. Okay, Tim, you're the tech person. What do you think about that?
They're not unreliable at all. In fact, hard drives are more likely to fail.
Okay.
Because the reason why is hard
they're
drives
disks.
have moving parts.
Yeah.
SSDs do not have moving parts. I'm not going to say SSDs are infallible.
Well, the SSD is a board with circuits on it. HDDs are disks. You can save the disk.
Yep.
You just probably can't save everything else on it.
And the thing is, too, is you may not be able to save that even. More likely than not, you're not going to.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why you have mirrors.
When people set up NAS drives, they always set up with more drives than they intend to for redundancy. Just in case one drive fails, your data is still there. That's why there's so many drives, because they're already preparing for the inevitable failure.
Yeah, but doesn't it take longer if you use something that's not Seagate?
Yes, if you don't use Seagate, your drive was more likely to not die.
Right. What's typically like the lifespan of a hard disk drive?
I'm gonna say 10 years, usually. Like I had a hard disk drive that was It actually went through 2 generations of computers. It wasn't until my new computer, so the my pre-built, the one I have now,
Yeah.
that I actually completely went to SSDs. But that hard drive was living even from my gateway computer. And it was still going fine, even into this computer I'm using now. It still goes.
Right.
But that's the thing, is like, that's not always going to be the case. You got to prepare for the chance that it could happen. But that's the thing, is like, you should always be prepared for that chance. Always be ready for the point when it fails.
Temp a pre-built? Yes, Temp is too scared to build his own computer.
I will always recommend a pre-built.
I
If
won't.
you have the knowledge and the ability to build one, and you want to build one, build one. Here's my problem with actually building it. If you build it and you damage a part, say you bend a pin on your motherboard, or you damage the CPU, or you break a transistor off on the motherboard, you don't have the warranty of the company to back yourself on.
No, but you can
That is
return
out of
it.
your own pocket.
If you buy it from
No.
Amazon, you can return it.
But that's the thing, is like, if it comes to you damaged, that's one thing. If you damage it yourself, that's another one.
It depends. It depends. All I'm going to say... Actually, no, that's fraud. You probably shouldn't do that. Never mind.
Exactly. And I want to point something out that's really important as well.
Here, you talk. I gotta
bought
get
a-
some water.
I bought a pre-built. The only things in my computer that are not from the original pre-built are the motherboard and the CPU. Everything else I have bought. There's a 9070 XT in here. This computer came with a 4070. I have 96 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. It originally came with 16 gigabytes of RAM. I had to replace the AO cooler because my last one literally failed on me. I replaced the case because I needed more airflow because it was getting way too hot. So I would rather buy a pre-built and upgrade it over time than just go nuts at once. That's why the motherboard and the CPU are the last things to go, because they're fine. The minute that motherboard or that CPU dies, I'm all in on replacing those two. But that is when they die. And if they never die, great.
Well, unless you're
Although,
me,
honestly-
and you told me I had to replace it because I was going to run out of service for Windows.
No, your computer could have been upgraded to 11.
Then why did I get a new parts again?
Because 10th gen was getting out the door in the next year or two.
Oh, well, I needed a new CPU is what you were telling me.
Yes. And it's not like it's not going to be used. Like,
No, I'm still going to use the i7. It's just not going to get security updates. But
mhm.
I don't care about that. It's going to be in an ass now, and nobody cares
Exactly.
about that. I mean, like, I'm sure that there are a lot of old CPUs that don't get security updates that are still used today. They just don't have that.
And you still got a little bit of time left in that 10th gen. Like,
Speaking of which, does the NAS count as another computer, or can you just service that for less?
you know my costs.
Since it's like half a computer, can you only charge me half the price for it? Anyway. The Yippee just like staring. It's amazing. I use a gaming laptop. By the way, chat, Temp offers tech services if you need somebody to do IT for you. He will gladly dox himself if you want to do IT work with him.
I did not say that.
A little bit different, but anyway, let me read some of these super chats. A lot of them are from Mercenary. Thank you, Mercenary, for a lot of the super chats tonight. You are definitely in first place right now. we'll read some of these and sorry, bop off. I'm a little tired, by the way, chat. Mercenary for 2. Watch a Stormer tries to arrest 4chan. Then Mercenary again. Anyone remember the game Mirror's Edge from EA? So I remember the line from the bad guy about cutting off lines of communication in war. Yeah, I think Ava talked about that. Mercenary again for 2. Schlep works with the cops directly and banned 4 people. That doesn't make it good. That just means that he works with the cops, and what he should be doing is working with the district attorneys and working with the people higher up in there. Because they're the ones that actually matter. Mercenary again for 2. Roblox CEO rumored to deal in cheese pizza. Well, it's a rumor. It's an allegation. And then Mercenary again for 2 says, I said rumor. Yes. Say allegation. Allegation's better. Mercenary again for 2 says, Roblox came out as a means to force censorship. Probably. It does seem a little convenient, all that happening around this time, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to say, like, there's, I'm not going to say there's ops about it. I think that's retarded. But it is kind of, like, insane that all of this is happening. And then the Roblox shit's coming out. And it's going to be used as a vehicle for censorship, in my personal opinion. Mercenary again for 2. Roblox can't... Oh, already got that. I can't believe anyone still thinks Newsom's real. He is just as real as you and me, chat. Which isn't really that much, I guess. Again, for 2, for Mercenary, all these politicians are nothing but body doubles. I hear a lot about that. Don't know how much credence you could put behind that, but I have heard that a lot. It is kind of creepy to think that some of these politicians are body doubles. Is there a reason why he's called Temp? Yes, that's his name, chat. That's his name. Mercenary again for 2. Remember, guys, I specialize in tinfoil and sell hats. Yes. Mercenary again for 2. Remember Nipple Baby Blizzard Pirate Software.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
He's a nipple baby now.
A nipple baby. He's not a nipple baby, he's a nipple baby. That's beautiful. Beautiful chat. Wolfsbane for 2. Mizu gets hate on Twitter again. Oh no. Anyways. Yeah. I mean, like, he rubs off of it. I don't think he really cared. I think he was just like, this is retarded. This is stupid. All of the people that are in this are extremely stupid. And I hate all of them. I think that's what his, I think that's kind of what his thought process was. Sucking up to DAs is overblown. Well, what I'm saying, chat, is you shouldn't suck up to anybody. What I'm saying is that if you want to actually convict people, you should go to a DA. Don't go to cops, because cops can't, like, stick things. Cops can just arrest you. That's like literally almost all they do.
Yeah.
Mercenary again for 2. Day in the life tech videos are just adult daycare. Yes. And Mercenary again. Temp just delivered me a big puppy for Dogwave. Mercenary again. I sent a picture of Doggo Temp on Discord. I don't know if you got that.
I did. I do indeed see it.
Nice.
Fluffy doggo.
Sly for 2. Dogwave tax, also VOD gang. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mercenary again for 2.
I don't get Dogwave tax.
We'll get a bank account then, man. Mercenary again for 2. Kerbal Space Program 2 broke my heart. I got it. I've heard a lot of people, it sounds like, sadly. And then Mercenary again for 5. I remember the Subnautica devs having a meltdown on T-Man winning the 2016 election. They did. I remember that. They got really peed off over that, where it's just like, I don't know why you care. But all right, we're caught up. Yep.
I know, I'm here. Hold on.
How many more stories we got?
My
gosh, that was loud. Please don't do that again.
I guess while we talk about tech real quick, who wants to hear about NVIDIA? Zotac, RTX. Oh, hold on.
Specifically, this is specifically Zotac. Just Zotac, right?
This one is, yes. Zotac RTX 5090 catches fire. Literally. While playing Battlefield 6, PCB melts horribly, leaving burn marks on the motherboard.
That's
Temp
sad.
doesn't get debanked. Detemp the banks instead. There you go. One of the most horrible burning and melting cases we've ever seen on a GPU, the Zotac RTX 5090 edition literally caught on fire. Zotac RTX 5090 Amp Extreme Infinity turns into furnace. PCB gets cooked as the memory VRAM, leaving the PC in a horrible state. A 16-pin melted power connector on the GPU or the power supply might not be as scary as seeing a GPU literally engulfed in flames.
You
This
know,
might be a very rare since actual fires on electronic components are a common thing.
this is why I'm glad that I don't actually push my GPU to the max very often.
Yeah.
I play Minecraft, and how much is it right now? It's at 38 to 50% utilization.
Well, right now, my CPU is at about 80 degrees right now. My GPU is at 60 to 70.
I'm sorry, your CPU's at 80 degrees?
Yes.
Dude, that is extremely hot. I mean, it's not hot.
For my CPU.
Yeah, but like your CPU should like be between what, like 40 and 60? That's like a nice.
When idle. Guess what I'm not right now.
I mean, you are playing Guild Wars, I guess.
And I am streaming and running VTube Studio.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm not idle.
This is why you undervolt. This is true.
Anyway, one user, York4517, reports that the gamer TW Forms that his 5090 GPU was burnt to death. It wasn't a common melting or burning, but he saw actual flames for about 10 seconds. He says the fire was coming out at the junction where the graphics card PCB is closest to the motherboard.
Lecturing the tech,
judging
bro.
by the PCB, the fire that broke out appears to have occurred near the MSVDD rail, which powers the memory substation or subsystem. As per the user, he was playing Battlefield 6 at the time when the incident happened, but the game got stuck in the very next second. He saw the fire coming out of the computer. Obviously, this is shocking to the user as well as to us, since under international electrical safety standards, consumer electronics must not produce open flames under faulty conditions.
So the 16 pin is what started on fire.
That's been what's been a lot of the issues.
So should I be worried about the
And
16 pin in my computer?
No, it was at the PCB as well, which was the closest thing to the motherboard.
Wait, it was at the why the PC? That's like there's no power that goes through that though.
Yeah.
Yikes. So
The components do melt, produce smoke, or char in faulty conditions, but they should self-extinguish quickly, mitigating any further risks. An actual fire could have burned his whole PC and could have likely done more damage to his surroundings. As far as the cause is concerned, at Unico's hardware suggests that the MOSFETs could have exploded, which again shouldn't cause flames, but this particular Zotac edition does have a flaw, which could have resulted in such a horrible accident.
okay, so it's Zotac specifically. I don't need to worry about
Yes.
my Asus graphics card.
No, this is a Zotac issue on the 5090. And this happened with the 30 series and the 40 series at their 80 and 90 tiers, respectively.
Okay, so I'm using a 70, so I should be okay.
Well, NVIDIA got the issues fixed on both, and they will get the issues fixed on the 50 series as well, eventually.
I think they're more concerned about AI right now, I'm going to be real with you.
Yes, and I'm actually going to be bringing that up a little bit later. Crap, I got a 4080 Super. No, Magma, you're fine. By the time they got to the 50 or the 80 Super Series, it's fine.
Yeah, I think once the supers are where, like, if you don't have all the bugs tinkered out, you're fucked.
Exactly. And you do need to consider as well is that some of it could also be related to power supplies not having the proper cabling. Because some cables could have been faulty as well.
Yeah, but that
So-
happened at the PCB. There, so
No, I know. In other cases, that's why the 50 series or like 40, 50, 60, sorry, 30, 40, and 50 series cards usually go out. Usually. This is a freak occurrence. The GPU teardown by @Madness70 or 727 shows that the memory VRAM, aka the MSVDD rail, doesn't have active cooling, which makes it difficult to dissipate heat effectively. This is one of the major cons unveiled during the teardown, but will require further investigation to confirm and get an actual cause. As for now, the user is sending the GPU to the manufacturer for further investigation, but we don't know if Zotac will take responsibility for this and issue an RMA. They should issue him a new computer if he killed his motherboard.
I hope that
If the GPU actively caused damage to the rest of the machine, and as a freak accident, Zotac should actually be responsible for fixing some of these.
Yes, I agree. Hopefully they do.
My MSI center says my CPU temperature is at 105 Fahrenheit or 205 Fahrenheit, and my GPU is at 152.6 Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot, though.
Basically, what I read my CPU. So my CPU, for those who don't know, who are kind of in like the computer sphere, is a i7 13700KF. So it's a 13th gen CPU. And if you have done any research on this, you will know that basically it's fine until it hits 100 degrees Celsius.
Uh-huh.
Once it hits that, it has a problem. But really, you kind of don't want it in the 90s. But if it gets to 100, oh fuck. So like, mid 80s. Like, I saw my CPU almost get to 100 degrees yesterday because of shaders in Dune Awakening.
I mean, that's Dune Awakening.
Yeah. So, and once it actually finished once it finished like caching the shaders and everything, it was fine. As long as it's not consistently that, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
But in this case, like, and it's an NZXT motherboard, which I've heard NZXT literally has problems, so.
Thank God I don't have an NZXT. I have a ROG motherboard that has a flash button on the fucking backside of it that made me...
Yeah, you found that one out the hard way, buddy.
Chat. I love my motherboard. I love the people that have sponsored this new computer for me. I don't love the fact that there is literally a button on the back that flashes the BIOS immediately. And it was off. I guess the bitty battery wasn't taken out, so it wasn't off. But I really don't like that I can just stick my finger behind my PC right now, push a button, and then it flashes the BIOS. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want a cover for the button. Like I want a 3D printer one day. It's another expensive hobby that I want to get into. But I want a 3D printer, and then I want to 3D print a little cover just for that fucking button. That button cost like 2 hours of me freaking out, wondering if my computer died. Just by putting on my new AIO. Anyway, you may continue.
So China has told tech giants like ByteDance, Tencent, Alibaba, and Baidu to pause purchases of NVIDIA AI chips, raising national security concerns and questioning why they aren't choosing domestic alternatives.
They are blaming national security concerns. Really? China?
Yes.
You don't say.
Yeah.
One 3D printer disappoint my wife with Gooner shit. Oh, don't do that. 3D printer some flowers. And she won't care what Gooner shit you make.
Weekly flowers.
Exactly. Just print her a new flower every single week.
Might see less stories of card missing the GPU on them? Maybe. Certainly a maybe.
I love. You love.
Did you watch that video I sent you about the GPUs?
How they might be going out, or the 6000
No.
series might not might happen, but then we might not get more after that.
Yes. So a creator called Zach's Tech Turf.
I have been watching him a little bit. He's way more interesting than Linus. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fair. Again,
Not
like who you like. I like.
not sorry,
I
I'm
like
not
a whole
sorry.
bunch of different creators. I've been watching Bitwit. I've been watching Jay's 2 Cents. I watch a bunch of different like computer creators. I don't just watch LTT.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. I really don't care if you like or dislike that opinion of mine, but I don't watch him.
I don't care. That's fine. Anyway, so he basically said, someone asked him when he was live, saying, "What is he? Does he think that we're gonna get, like, if does he think Nvidia is gonna do a 6000 series and then be done, or are we even gonna get a 6000 series of period?" And he basically said, "I do think we are going to get the 60 series GPUs, but he's very uncertain about a 70 series."
Uh-huh. I'm going to be real with you. They really don't have an incentive to continue making them when NVIDIA's incentive is AI products.
Let me see if I can find
Why do I have fucking Christmas music in the background?
yes. Where is it?
Sorry, I'm getting a little tired.
The point I'm looking for is, it was like a chart that said how much NVIDIA makes on AI over anything else, and it was mostly AI.
Yeah,
The second majority was gaming.
but AI is what makes the money.
Widely, AI is what makes them all their money. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point,
Yeah.
why bother?
Yeah, chat, I'm going to tell you right now, I think that NVIDIA sees a lot of money coming in just AI. And so I'm not going to say they're going to stop immediately, but I'm expecting them to eventually just be like, listen, AI is where the money is. We're just going to specifically make $10,000 cards for people to do their AI shit.
Yeah.
And people will buy that.
This is why when people started seeing the AI chips or AI GPUs and stuff from NVIDIA really take off, people started looking to AMD about reversing their statement, saying they don't want to compete in the high-end market. Being like, hey, about that.
Well, it's just like, here's my thing. At what point, because we've already kind of gotten to the point where I feel like graphics are hitting their end point in terms of how nice they look. Like, I was sitting there, I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, graphics have come a long way from, 16, 32, 64 bits, basic 3D models with a bajillion, like 16 polygons to like a bajillion polygons. And it's just like, how much further are we going to go before we've hit the natural end of where graphics can really go? I legitimately have thought about that. Like, how does it have to look one-to-one human? It's technically there. It's not, because you can still tell, but it's not. And that's my thought, is just like, where does it end with graphics? Because we're gonna reach a point where it's just like, it's not gonna look any prettier, and you're telling me I need a new graphics card to run a game that looks like it's about as pretty as the last game that you told me I needed to that's the point. I'm just like, I don't see. We've hit the poly limit where we can see a difference. That's why UE5 is pushing shaders and textures. Yeah, like my thing is, I just don't feel like it's gonna get any better. My personal opinion, I really don't. I feel like we've hit the end, and the next cap is like going into actual 3D technology, or maybe like more augmented reality, as I feel like the next step for that kind of shit. But even then, I don't really see where, like, I don't see how that's, like, coming any logical time soon.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like, AMD really has a interesting opportunity here to really kick up the notch on the market. See, that's why I was also very okay with buying a 9070 XT when I knew there would be eventually a 9080 XT or 9080 XTX or a 99, whatever. Like, I knew these were inevitabilities, and I still bought a 9070 XT.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is at the point that it is as good as a 5070 Ti. Which is still a very big jump and should last well for 5 years.
Mm-hmm. The next step is a Matrix.
As long as these
yeah.
things don't keep getting worse as far as optimization. Because that's where AMD has really had problems, is with the frame gen. And all these companies are, instead of prioritizing performance, are relying on frame gen.
Yeah. And I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of frame gen. I have never. I mean, like, it's a newer thing. I just don't find it that useful.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather not use it. I don't mind having to use it, but don't rely on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Let's do PayPal before, because I could hear you're kind of starting to clock out.
Just a tiny bit. I'm sorry.
All right. PayPal has notified Valve that the acquiring banks are terminating paying for Steam purchases in any other currencies, except for Europe, CAD, JBP, JPY, which I'm pretty sure is yen, AUD, and USD.
Do you know what the acquiring banks are, right?
Like MasterCard
No.
and...
No. Now chat's free to correct me if I'm wrong, but there are four main banks or four main card processors in the world, and then there are the banks that are behind them. The acquiring banks are the banks that take your payment and then hand that payment to the big banks. And there's like 20 or 30 of them. This is something that not a lot of people know. Not a lot of people understand, because when you think censorship, you think, oh, it's Visa, MasterCard. Well, no, it's not just Visa, MasterCard. It's the other two guys as well, because the other two guys are also pricks. But it's not just the four big guys that own all of the credit card processors. There are tinier, smaller banks that you don't even know your money passes through, and their goal is just to accept your money. And if they don't like you or your money, they could be the reason why shit is getting censored as well. So that's what the acquiring banks are. Their job is just to take your money and then hand it back off to the big guys eventually.
Yeah. No, Akka's right.
Oh, did you look it up?
No, but
Fair.
I trust you talk about this way more than I do. I trust that you're right.
Excuse me. Hey, I'm welcome to be corrected,
Just
but
comparison,
that's, yeah.
imagine if they did this shit back when NFT was trending. Nvidia would be broke now when AI gets to its limit, and I feel we are close to it, or the trend die, Nvidia will be fucked. Yes, if they had tried this during NFTs, it would not have gone well.
No. It's kind of funny, though.
Okay, let's open...
But yeah, I don't know if you had more you wanted to add on with what you were talking about there. But yeah, so basically, it sounds like some of the acquiring banks are choosing that they don't want to deal with Steam unless it's in certain currencies.
Yep. So hassles with credit card processors over adult content isn't the only payment headache Steam is facing these days. Valve is also getting grief from PayPal, which is no longer being accepted as a form of payment in much of the world. Going by posts about the problem in the Steam subreddit, the issue was first reported about a month ago. Users attempting to pay for purchases in countries including Switzerland, Poland, Norway, and Mexico received a message saying Steam is temporarily unable to process transactions with this payment method at this time, with no further explanation. The PayPal exclusion seemed to go largely unnoticed outside of discussions on the Steam subreddit, possibly because it seemed sporadic, and perhaps also because this was right around the time Steam got caught up in a kerfuffle with Visa and MasterCard over adult content on the platform. Valve delisted a substantial number of games after being notified that some of them may violate the rules and standards set forth by our payment processors and the related card networks and banks. Indie-focused platform itch.io later de-indexed a number of games on its for the same reason. Some in the Steam subreddit theorized that the PayPal problem may be connected to the crackdown on not safe for work games, and maybe it is. No, it absolutely is. But Valve has now clarified that the issue isn't game content, but the specific currencies being used. Redditor Jeeg123 shared a pop-up message saying that's being displayed when Steam rejects PayPal as a payment system. In early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that they're acquiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the processing of any transactions related to Steam. This affects Steam purchases using PayPal in currencies other than EUR, CAD, JPY, AUD, and USD. The message states, we hope to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. We're also evaluating adding additional payment methods on Steam for the customers affected by this. In the meantime, please use one of our other current payment methods during checkout. If you can't use any of the available options, you can consider using a Steam wallet code to add funds to your account. An identical message was recently added to the Steam support page to clarify one potential note of confusion. The currency-based restriction does exclude some EU nations. Steam users in Poland, for instance, which still uses the zloty?
Unfamiliar.
Zloty? I don't know. As official currency, are unable to use PayPal for Steam purchases despite the country being part of the EU. Valve was quite pointed at it in its response when MasterCard attempted to deflect the blame for the removal of not safe for work games on Steam. And its relative silence on this PayPal problem leads me to suspect that the two issues are unrelated. So too is the fact that the GPB remains one of the accepted currencies. Given the UK's Online Safety Act legislation, I would think that anyone concerned about the potential sale of online games to minors would have that currency at the top of the no thanks list. So this is where we are. We know why PayPal is no longer available in large parts of the world, but we don't know why, which quite frankly is not a terribly unusual state of affairs for Valve. I've reached out to ask and will update if I receive a reply. So yeah, it's just something's going on with PayPal.
Yeah. I do believe that part of it is the censorship thing, but like it's being obscured in such a way where it's probably not gonna be seen as that. My opinion is, again, banks have too much power. For some reason they looked at Valve and decided to say can't process payments in these countries. You know, if they're restricting it from certain countries, it could also be like a fraud thing. Don't know what the answer is. That's just my 2 cents on it. It could be a fraud thing. You put Temp in the kennel? Yes, he is in a kennel. See, he doesn't bark anymore.
I'm gonna let you pick the last topic.
Okay.
Overwatch trying to make more sexy designs again, or Sega using AI in game creation now?
Go with Sega.
Okay.
Nobody cares about Overwatch.
Understood. We are entering an era where it's impossible to not use it. Sega has internal AI committee for use with coding, image generation, and translation. AI is a huge sticking point within the games industry at the moment. While many developers are investing heavily in the technology, like Microsoft, which is replacing hundreds of employees with the tech, fans and players continue to reject its usage. We saw it just last week when League of Legends, Wild Rift, and Pokemon posted content that was suspected to have been created by AI. And these past 12 months have seen games like Ark Aquatica, The Alters, Call of Duty Inzoi, and Guitar Hero all fall foul of audience complaints. Despite the backlash, though, developers don't seem fazed. And in recent talk, Sega admitted to creating a generative AI committee to help integrate the tools as part of the company's workflow. During a talk at CDEC 2025, one of Japan's largest developer conferences, two representatives from Sega, Daishi Yokoshima, Technical Director of Planning and Research, and Atsuki Yagi, Technical Director of Technology, appeared to discuss the use of generative AI in game development. The pair state via 4Gamer that AI generation is used in multiple areas of game development, including code generation, image generation, and motion generation, but only for internal testing purposes. However, they suggest there is some expectation for new creative pursuits, including the automatic generation of stories and dialogue. While Sega is clearly bullish on the technology, with some of its presentation slides stating that we are entering an era where it's impossible not to use AI, it believes that the coexistence of convenience and creativity is possible, with generative AI creating a time for developers to create new ideas and experiences. Because of this, it has created a generative AI committee. The committee aims to address inquiries, develop AI tools, collect and research the latest AI information, and conduct due diligence on the technology. It's also created a guidebook that spans several pages, full of guidelines, framework, and terms of use. The company says it doesn't plan to make blanket judgments, instead engaging in dialogue with those who want to use the tech, saying, for example, this is okay for prototyping or verification purposes. It seems like, for the most part, Sega is being entirely responsible with its use of generative AI, but plans for its developers to use the tools alongside their work is the best case scenario in this situation. Here's hoping it's on a slippery slope to job losses.
So what kind of generative AI are they using?
We don't know.
Okay.
I think we should sue the UK for telling America how to run our country.
I don't know if that's how that works, but
I don't think that's how it works.
by
but-
the same token, that they tried to tell us that's how it worked. So maybe we should.
Yeah, so the door's open. But yeah, so apparently Sega's using AI now. I'm not surprised.
I don't care.
So here's the thing, is when we started having the DEI and or Sweet Baby Inc. and other stuff, like which companies were they infesting in Japan? Capcom and Sega were among the two.
Okay.
And it's really quite a sight to see how slow Japan moves. But really surprisingly, Capcom and Sega moved very fast.
Move very fast to what?
In adopting DEI and wokeism like practices.
Okay.
We're starting to see it a little bit more in Japan now from other outside developers.
Would
But
AI
back
be
then-
considered woke?
No, but I mean Sega is already jumping on the AI train where we won't see it for a while still on other companies.
Fair.
We're going to be living in the movie V for Vendetta soon enough, that's for sure.
We'll see.
Another great example that some people might want to consider with this. If you haven't seen the anime Shimoneta, I highly recommend watching that.
Oh, do you now?
Yes. You watched it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like pulling your leg.
Anyway, and yes, Magma is correct. First Descendant is messing with AI now. They released some AI app.
Did they?
They did.
What does it do?
So this is one of them.
Invading. I'm going to defeat it with my new descendant Nell. She's a telekinetic powerhouse who can mark enemies for extra damage and support allies with shields and increased coverage. Click the screen to join the game now.
The first descendant makes every second full of energy. Speed through the vast Axion plains on your hoverbike with battles so intense they'll make your
it took me a
heart
moment.
race. Team up with
Pause.
7 others to face powerful bosses.
You don't have to share
and a new-
anymore. It took me a moment to figure it out, but it's the content creators.
Yes.
Wow, that is insane.
I just realized it's cut off for you, chat, but I can promise you, it is It is the content creators.
Yeah, that is insane that they're just using fake content creators. Holy shit.
Yeah. They probably didn't feel bad because it's not a. I mean, what's the player numbers for First Descendant now?
I know Gator, back when I last talked to him, really liked it. Now Gator's gone.
9,795 people.
Yeah, I would use AI.
Not a lot.
I would probably use AI if my numbers were that bad.
Like, don't get me wrong, characters are hot, but that's not a lot of players. Especially for a free-to-play game.
Yeah, no, it's kind of sad and abysmal.
I do kind of expect this game to be canned.
I don't think it's going to be canned. Might be a while before that happens.
Well, right, but I still expect it. Cringe, lame as fuck. First Descendant was good back when I played. It's still fairly decent now. I'm just meh.
Can't just be booba and worse drop rates than Warframe and be successful. You are correct. The drop rates in that game is what made me drop it, ultimately. Because I was just like, bro, this shit is so ass. I can't even get the shit I want out of it. I think I mean, like, I don't know if that's why Mizu dropped it, but that's why I stopped playing. I was just like, this is unsustainable for me. It didn't feel very fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I need to move in here. That's where the building is going.
I guess we'll end the night with a couple of small things.
I apologize. I'm tired.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to get 3 hours out of you. Once we pass 3 hours.
Guys, in 30 seconds, man. Are you telling me I get to log off in 30 seconds?
No. Oh, hey, nice, because you did a fucking 10 minutes. Dick. The UK now has advertisements stating Wi-Fi is harmful to the environment.
I saw this. I want to know how many people... Because I've been hearing rumorings, okay? I'm hearing... That is not a word, but I've been hearing rumors of people in the UK rising TF up. I've heard that the UKites are rising TF up and they don't care anymore. And they want to fight. They don't care about being nice. They are slowly protesting more and more. If that is actually the case and they are rising TF up, congratulations. I don't care though because you're English. So
yeah,
good luck.
Not a fan of AI because I watched the first Terminator. Make it fair, very fair.
I don't think our AI. Listen, here's what people have to remember: the generative AI that we have right now could never be Terminator. Okay, can't be.
Yeah. If you subscribe and I liked your video, by the way, stay safe with Skynet roaming around. Thank you. On the note, chat, I'm gonna chill a little bit because I haven't at all this stream.
It's not AI. That's correct. It's not exactly AI either. The generative, it is as it is advertised. It is generative material. You can only get what you put into it. And most of the time what you put into it is it learns off of slop and whatever the fuck YouTubers are doing that day. It is kind of insulting to call it AI when I don't feel like you could very easily call it AI. So I'm not going to call it that myself. Also, I love this transition here that I'm working on. It's not perfect.
Anyway,
but it's beautiful.
Chat, if you like the content I produce, I greatly appreciate a like, subscribe, hitting the bell for notifications, joining the Discord, and follow me on YouTube. I didn't announce this earlier like I intended to, but I actually decided what the game I'm playing for 600 subs is going to be.
Is it 4 or 600 subs? You said 4 or 600 subs.
Oh, 4 600 subs. Anyway, when we hit 600 subs on YouTube, I will be playing Crow Country. For those who may not know, it is a indie horror game that is done in the style of classic Resident Evil and.
Isn't that game not
Silent
safe for
Hill.
work?
No.
Okay.
No. Even Mizu put it up as one of the games he might play tonight.
Oh, he's not playing that tonight. He's playing.
I know, but he put up a poll for it.
He is
Anyway.
deciding to play the Smites.
Ah. You didn't think your tail was really fluffy? Well, thank you. I think it's more of a keylogger pretending to be an AI. Also fair. But yeah, chat, if you like the content, I greatly appreciate leaving a like, subscribing, and all that fun stuff. Again, join the Discord. It's the best place to know when I go live. We'll kind of talk about what our week is going to look like soon. So, because we're pretty much ending momentarily. Last thing to make all your nights awful and horrible and gay.
Who is this little child?
This is Bella Ramsey. She's who is the lead actor in The Last of Us.
Okay.
She's the one that everyone hates.
Man.
Okay. Make that pitch right now to Tom Holland. You're out, you're in.
Tom Holland did a great job though. so I don't know. Maybe they do need to make a new one for me.
I could see it. Come on, slinging those webs.
Yeah, something like that.
Is that your favorite superhero?
You know what? Spider-Man was the one with Andrew Garfield. Are there several with him? One of them with him was the first time I'd ever watched a Marvel film, and that was like 3 months ago was the first time that I'd ever seen a Marvel film. And it was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
And?
Incredible. I loved it. Or I could be Spider-Man.
Yeah. No. Please, for the love of God, no. She shouldn't be acting, let alone...
Is she not a good actor?
No. No, she's not. People have posted her range of emotion as a brick wall. She has no emotion. She has claimed herself to be a they them, and there is a scene where
then
she's having a child.
Don't misgender them.
And she claims she's having a child with another woman. And there was a scene literally where she's like, "Am I the father?" Like, no, she's not good. And here's the thing. She was the co-star to Pedro Pascal. So let's make that even worse.
So this girl was groomed, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now that I've made your nights all worse,
Chat, you need to dislike Temp's stream for making your night worse at the very end. Let me get you that clip. I don't want to watch that clip tonight. I'm not going to watch that clip tonight. Sorry.
But yeah, chat. That's it. That's Dogwave. I'm gonna go first because I know if I let Akko go first, I won't get to do my ending spiel.
That's not true.
You've done it multiple times. Give me proof otherwise.
No.
Anyway, so I did my spiel. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, join the Discord. All of it, I greatly appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. We're definitely working towards 600 subs now, and we'll be playing Crow Country when we do that. More streams Wednesday. We're getting back to Dawn of War Definitive Edition on Wednesday night. Resident Evil 7 returns on Friday. Abiotic Factor on Saturday with Magma, and then Dogwave next Sunday. I look forward to that. What are you doing next week?
I'm gonna start working on some clips. I'm gonna work on some clips. That's the scheduled shit. Let's see. Wednesday, more French game. UTT on Thursday. That's about it, honestly. I I mean, like, I have ideas for videos. And I just got to get started on them. I can get revved up to them. Because that's the thing with, like, the last video I did. I have to get revved up to it. If I don't get revved up to it, it ain't gonna happen. So I'm working on getting revved up to my next one. I need to make sure that the topic I choose is solid and that I have to have the idea for it. It just has to hit me. But right now my hit is not in that. My hit is in the server stuff. So.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
Fair enough.
I think the server stuff is just fine.
Absolutely.
Thankfully,
right,
I have not spent a lot of money on it.
No, you haven't.
I have spent comparatively little in my personal opinion.
No, yeah, I agree.
Gotta finish the Medicare documentary. Fuck, not tonight. I'm sorry, chat. I'm exhausted. I'm slumping over in my chair. I am like half asleep right now.
Yeah, that's why we're ending. I will try and force Akko to do 3-hour streams, but if it was up to me, Dogwave would be 2 hours.
No, it wouldn't
Because
be.
of Akko, sorry.
Listen, you complain, but like, I'm halfway
Jen,
through my work week, temp. You know my job.
I know your job, and I'm giving you shit for it.
Shouldn't give me shit. I'm a very hard worker, and I'm tired. I work
What really
harder
is funny off this chat
than you
is-
and everybody else.
What's really, really funny about this is Dogwave is probably my favorite stream of the week. And I have to end it early because Akko's brain is melting at the end of the entire stream. It's fine. That's why I try to force 3 hours.
You know, I'd go longer if I could.
No, I know. All right, Jet. Do we send you any? Yeah, we're sending you somewhere. Lumi.
Mizu. A part-time worker? No, chat. Still full-time.
Yep. All right. Chat, sending you to Lumi. Behave for Lumi. I will see you all on Wednesday for Dawn of War. Bye, chat.
I will see you guys on Wednesday unless another VTuber dies and I need to do a stream on them.